Hello, 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 everyone. I want to wish you a blessed and great Thursday morning. Let's see what day it is. It's Thursday, the 20th of May. Let me pray real quick. We're going to rock and roll. Dear Heavenly, hey, look, y'all add people on too. I'm praying, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the great blessings you have shown to the children of men. We thank you for opening our eyes, Father, to the things that have been happening to keep the people down, to cause for people to have failure, Father, to cause for people to not know the truth. And Father, we just thank you for opening the doors, giving us the understanding and wisdom to be able to pursue knowledge. And Father, we just thank you for giving us the knowledge and showing us the way that we might be able to stand and do powerful things. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. It's good to see y'all this wonderful Thursday morning. We are going to drop some fire today. I wish for you guys to share this with everybody because I'm going to teach some stuff today that is usually not going to be taught anywhere in the nation when it comes to excuse me, when it comes to bringing real facts and real law. Is that Tracy Cunningham? Hey Tracy, how you doing? That's my girl, y'all. I love me some Tracy. I'm going to show y'all some real fire today, and I'm going to show you the tricks. Now, what you have to understand, for lawyers, a lot of times their bar license is held over their head. Hello, William. So they can't say certain things. David Strait is the one you want to deal with when you want to expunge records. He's a bad mamma jamma. Also, Jonah Bay. Jonah Bay is very good with that information as well. So, guys, oh, that's cool. If he wants to talk, he can talk any day, Mr. Clements. Understand, guys, that I'm not mad at Mr. Clements. I just didn't like the fact that he said something that can discourage people. He replied to me on Telegram asking if I was Mr. Clements will talk with you, Dave. He replied to me on Telegram asking if I was a Anon. Anon. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'll talk to him any day. You know, I don't hold grudges and I'm not tripping about stuff. I just didn't like the fact that what he said could affect the people. Um, you see what I'm saying? So I'm live right now. Long live Ja. I'm online. I opened everything up. So if he wants to, they meant Q Anon. So the thing is that you know, I'm not tripping over or angry with him. I just realized that the people often get into a situation where they get into trouble and they're trying to figure out how to be freed. And the bar attorneys will not tell us how to get free. Or many of them have not studied to learn to get us free because they have learned in their own way, which is, it is what it is. They went to school, they paid amount of money. When they paid the amount of money that they paid to learn, they got taught what they got taught, and it is what it is, This is going to be a super important video, guys. I'm going to show you some stuff that is hidden. I'm going to show you how many of us, when we go into courts, we think that Gail is on live saying you attacked her. Well, everybody was there, so we know I didn't attack her. So it is what it is. She's the one bringing people to do this, It is what it is. David ITAQ supporter. See, I don't know who Q is. Oh, he says send him a link. Okay, well, he can come on then. Can you make that comment so I could copy it and paste it? Oh, wait. Let me see. How can I do this? Let me see. I'm going to write out the link. Is he ready right now? Let me see. What's his email? Somebody whoever wrote his email, please put it again, and I'll send him an email right now. W. Okay, and somebody tell me what his email is again, and I'll go ahead and send it right now. Of course, Gail is in tears, guys, because somebody called her out for what she's doing and making her deal with the stuff because she thought she was going to do what she did and be silly and talk crap, and then it was going to be left alone. And then I called her on what she's doing. So now she realized, oh, I'm losing followers. She cares about the followers. I told y'all last night. It doesn't matter if somebody likes me or not, says they will stay with me, walk away from me. I don't give a freak. I'm not here for a number of people to just follow me. I'm nothing, right? If I should fall and die, God could raise up anybody he wants to do the work I'm doing. So I know in the big scheme of things, I'm nothing, right? I'm not here to get people to like me and think I'm cool. I'm here to give people the truth so they can fight, because too many people have been losing fights. You know what I'm saying? Losing fights because of the fact that people have been lying to them and people won't stand up to government officials who are doing wrong. Yeah, she's crisis acting all right. She out here like faking like a mud. She's been looking for people to fight me for a long time. And she's been waiting for somebody to say something negative that people give some type of credibility. Most of the people laugh and say, that's some foolishness. I can't say she's a spy for the deep state. I don't know what she is really. I just know I don't judge her like she's some bad lady. She's whatever. She is actually doing bad acts. So I don't hate her at all. I love her. I hate her bad acts. The sin is what the issue is. I hate the sin. Elaine, why don't you do me a favor? Just delete me if I'm not a big enough man to let it go. Somebody just asked about it. Now I'm talking. Now you're on a video where you can't let it go because you've been talking since yesterday. So what you can do, Elaine, is just block me. It's that easy. We don't have to sit here and you be all messed up by me talking about something that just happened yesterday and you saying, "What, I let it go already?" It's funny that you won't let Trump not be in office go, though, would you? That happened 6 months ago. I've been fighting every day to get him back in office. Tell me to let that go. Or would you let it go? You want him back in office. You don't want Biden here. Biden been here for 6 months. Just let it go. See how that works? It works both ways. Now, I know you won't come in here and say, let's just leave Biden here. Would you say that? Yeah, I know she got people trolling. I'm unaffiliated. You seem unaffiliated, but I'm asking you, would you just let Trump go? Or if you don't believe in Trump being good and you don't dislike what Biden is doing, can you just let my page go and just block yourself? What about that? You can't let it go, can you? What'd you go say next? The next time she says something silly, I'm going to block her. Yes, that's my plan, to talk about courts, or what people think is courts. And I'm going to give y'all some fire today. Let's see, who's a good person who I like? Let's see. I got something for you guys that's going to be super crazy fire. Now, even the teacher who was on yesterday talked about he said, oh, the courts are administrative. They don't do what we say. So he knows that they're administrative. I don't know if he's taught everybody how that affects us and how it is destroying people's lives and where you can stand against it. I don't know if he told everybody, but I have a statute, a law that was put out in the federal called the 1946 Administrative Procedures Act. And I can start out right from the beginning and prove to you guys with the law, nothing else. I can prove to you guys with the law that these things don't apply to the people. But they trick you into believing it applies to the people. And the attorneys are not doing enough to tell us that these things don't apply. Now, if something happens and is not a court, and you have to bring it in front of an administrative tribunal, an administrative entity, agency, tribunal, whatever you want to call it. But then later on, you can have a judicial review since the facts are unavailable. Okay. So if the facts are unavailable, why are you making an argument? I don't understand it, Lane. What are you, if the facts are not available, what's your purpose? I don't argue stuff that I don't know the facts about. To me, that's silly. I like to deal with what the truth is. I like to deal with what the truth is. So I'll give you one last chance to explain your frustrating girl that she is on live, says she keep inviting you on. I'm never going on her channel again. I told everybody that yesterday. When she played the game of getting people to talk junk and then wouldn't bring me on, that was fine, and that's her channel. I'm a nobody. I don't deserve to go on her channel. I'm nothing. But when you say some things and then have a guy say some things online, and I'm right there and I say, oh, really? Like, can I come on and discuss that with him and just clear the air right there? And everybody's like, oh, I got to go. He's like, I got to tuck in the kids and feed the dogs. When you do that, don't get mad when I go on my page. Okay, Elaine, I really don't care what you think is truth. I don't care who you trust. I'm telling you, don't trust me. I'm a man. I can fail. Trust is for God. God is 100%. Men do stupid stuff. I can't trust myself around ice cream sandwiches. So I don't care what you trust. The Bible says to look at people by their fruit. And that's what I do. It is your fruit that is to be dealt with. When people see me with bad fruit, they can address it and deal with it and fix it, and I humbly listen. When someone is talking junk or acting stupid, I don't have time for that. I don't play those games. I deal with it head on, and that's how we win people's kids back. That's how we deal with the government stealing people's right to run their entities and live. Now, I don't go deal with people. Gail says some shady stuff about me often, and I don't go try to fight her. I don't have to, try to dog her out or make her look bad and live my life doing that. Now, she has started a lot of stuff and told people what she was going to do to me openly and how she was going to get me in front of everybody. Well, have fun. 7 Mile in Pearson, out by Losser. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I used to go play basketball at the YMCA on Losser. And, we used to call it Lasher, though. And I used to go to Taft Middle School right over on Burt Road, right not too far from that. So I know where Pearson is. And you guys actually, somebody else, Antoine is from Pearson, Swag Antoine. I call him Swag because anybody whose name is Antoine got swag. Detroit people got swag. Y'all know how it is. And anybody who knows how Detroit is, look, Rich, nobody can separate anything that has not been put together. See, the Bible tells you what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Nobody ever joined me to not get put asunder. Me and Gail aren't partners, right? So, guys, you can't divide what God has never put together. The Bible tells you not to make friends. Wow, an Eastside person on here too. On the couch with Little Minnow. There you go. That 313 love, baby. I love it. So the thing is that I want you guys to see is this. And I sent the link. Everybody let Mr. Clements know that I sent him the link probably about whatever amount of minutes ago it was. I will look so I can tell you guys and we can have evidence that I did it. I'm not one of those clowns. At 7:18 a.m., he was sent the link. You can see right here, 7:18 a.m. That's his email that he gave me. He has the link. So whenever he's ready to come in, he can come in. So guys, hey, Nicole D. So what we got to do, guys, is understand that, we have to tell the truth, right? Now, I have been offered Flint in the house. I've been offered death for telling the truth, right? I've had people say, oh, we going to come get you. We going to come see you. We going to shoot you. If you show up at this event and tell anything, we blowing your brains out. Fine, let's roll. So I'm from Detroit. These guys on here from Detroit and Flint, they know how we were raised. They know that we've seen death all the time. So when you make a threat talking about you're going to kill me or you're going to do this or do that, I have very thick skin. Like, it's no big deal. I tell Gail I'll never go on her show again. It's that easy. Never. Right? As a matter of fact, I may not even be on Susan's show anymore because Gail is on there. And it's not anything against Susan. I just don't have time for that hate and jump. I'll sit on here. I'll blast what the bar members are doing wrong, how the people can win all day. Oh, Allison Cole is from Detroit too. Day. Man, this is a Detroit day, man, bringing me back home. Now, the thing is, anybody, Susan, whatever Susan's thing is with Gail, that's her friend. I expect her to stand up for her friend. I love Susan. I just won't be on there. And if anybody has anything to say, anybody, tell them they can come live and talk to me and attack what I say in front of everybody, and let's see their knowledge. Any attorney, any judge, anybody can fight for anybody. But come on and deal with the law and come at me, and let's see what's up in front of everybody. We'll see what you really know. Now, the thing is that, well, somebody just said he asked to come on. That's the only reason I sent him a link, Melissa. So I wasn't calling him out to come on again today. But he can come on if he wants to. I sent him the link already as they requested. So it is what it is. Like, I enjoy standing for the truth. And hey, Brother Dave, can we speak about the court system and what's happening? Yes, sir, Richard. Well, ain't nobody gonna tell me face to face. That's one thing that never happens, right? Cliff, I have no problems in the private. Some people say stuff publicly in front of public people, and I think it is my duty. I've been here teaching the people in the public what the law says. I've been here when no attorney wanted to help people, and there's people in New Hampshire right now and Pennsylvania who came to me and said, David, we have been begging attorneys trying to find money to give them. We've raised money and went to every attorney and said, can we please do something to stop what's going on? And they went to attorneys, and all the attorneys they went to said, sorry, we can't help you. One said, oh, we can help you. Then he came back and said, oh, actually, I'm working for the other side, for the government. Can't help you. It's a conflict of interest. So what happens is, guys, is when we want real remedy and we're trying to fight and stand up for our rights, the attorneys don't want to come. Now, when you show me the attorneys who are setting up for the selection stuff, like Big Matt DePerno, the boss, right? Who's standing up like an animal for Big Bill Bailey, who I love, who lets me see his car pictures and videos, and I fall in love with it. When you see Mr. Matt DePerno, he's putting everything on the line. Sidney Powell, everything on the line, right? When you look at Giuliani, I don't know him as well or see him as much as Sidney Powell and Lin Wood, but Lin Wood and Sidney Powell are putting everything on the line. Everything on the line. Now tell me why Pennsylvania people who raised money couldn't get an attorney to help them against the bar who don't want people to get audits. Tell me why, when we're dealing with all these issues, we got people who will come on and say, well, this is an administrative issue. It's an administrative court. But why won't they come out and tell y'all exactly how to beat it? Why do they wait for me to say something and then judge what I say? Now, I told y'all you could use an affidavit to destroy what they're doing. I told y'all they put you in the wrong status, standing, and jurisdiction. I told y'all that they lied, did I not? I'm coming out saying these things openly. These people want to have me prosecuted for telling y'all the truth. They're like, we're going to tell the bar and the FBI you're not a lawyer. And I'm definitely not a lawyer because I would have to be a liar, and I can't be. Right? And what's a board certified lawyer, Anna? Do they have a state license? Anna, I'll do this. Anna, you seem like you have a good question. So I'll give you $100, Anna, If you can go show me any lawyer who has a bar card with a state license, that is, the state license is signed by the Secretary of State, meaning they're a government official or government gave them some authority. So I'll give you $100 and I'm saying it in front of everybody if you could go get that. So you show me a real state licensed attorney, licensed by the secretary of that state, I'll give you $100 in front of everybody. That's my challenge. And I'm not a board certified attorney. And you got to tell me what a board certified attorney is, because if the bar association private entity is the one that's giving them the license, then you ask the question with some folly in it. You got to kind of arrange that question again and say, David, are you a bar member approved lawyer? That would be a better question. Now, anyway, guys, yeah, lawyers practice for sure. They definitely don't stand on our rights. Just like Jesus said in Luke 11:52, the lawyers will hide the key of knowledge so you can't get in. And then those who are entering, they hinder, they'll block you. And they definitely ain't going in themselves. They are attorneys at law. They ain't going in. Now, I'm going to prove y'all because I showed y'all the law. I showed y'all the truth. I showed y'all the Constitution and how they swore to be bound by it, right? All government officials. The bar attorneys come in as a little private entity trying to be the instigator. Like, hey, you could write some statutes to go against the people that you swore to protect. Hey, don't look at your state constitution. It don't exist. It's all about the federal. Hey, you could write whatever you want to write against them. Now, I'm going to prove my case, y'all. I'm going to prove my case, and I'm not going to do it. Big Bill's here, y'all. That's the one I was telling y'all I love. Hey, Dave, I know this since last night's show pissed off Michiganders have emailed for a copy of our affidavit. See, Big Bill is a boss. I believe this is going to be huge. Oh, I don't just believe it's going to be huge. I know it's going to be huge. Bill is a freaking hero. Matt DePerno is a freaking hero. And Matt DePerno stood with guts on behalf of our good friend Bill Bailey, who put out information. He went after his rights when they don't want him to. He attacked when they don't want them to. And I'm going to show y'all in this law that the Congress made, this statute, I'm going to show y'all how they attacked. Hey, Bill, can you send me some more car pictures and videos? Big brother, I love you so much. Bill melts my heart, guys, because I'm from Michigan. My dad worked at Chrysler his whole life, adult life. And my dad got me big into Mopar, so I like everything Mopar. And Bill is like the Mopar freaking monster in history that got all these cool Mopar hot rods, had so many. And he shared them with me. And it's always awesome when you can see a fighter that you love and then they come and they, take the little guys up under their wings. I'm a young man. I don't have as much experience in life as Bill or like Trusty Higgins, who took me up under his wing and a lot of stuff, taught me a whole lot about just being a man and fighting, encouraged me. But Bill, he takes the time out. I'm a little chocolate brother from the ghetto, right? I'm nothing. And Bill has owned cars that I would dream to have and done some amazing things, right? And Bill allowed me to see his cool cars and send me videos, and I could hear the engines crackling. That type of stuff is therapy for me when I'm fighting the hardest fights in my life. When somebody does something like that, it's so important. Jessica Ann does it too. She sends me like pictures of hot rods and car shows and stuff like that. And I love it. But what I'm going to do is show y'all some freaking fire, right? I'm going to show y'all some fire like you ain't ever seen before. Now, I hope, let's see, screen sharing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me see, is it a Chrome tab? Let's see. So I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Now, there we go. I'm going to share the screen, and y'all got to forgive me. Let me know when the screen starts sharing. I got to show y'all some serious fire here. There we go. Okay. Let me know if y'all can see this. I'm going to look on my comment section to see if somebody's sharing with me or talking. Let me know if y'all can see the screen. Can y'all see the screen? Woo, Dodge Demon. Y'all don't get me started out here with that. Somebody let me know. Can y'all see the screen yet? Just me. Ain't that bottom mud? So it should be showing right now. No. Let me go back. That's crazy. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. Okay, let me see if I can get it out again. I'm sorry, guys. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Screen capture. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, give me 1 second. Can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can see me drinking coffee and all types of stuff. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this thing to open up. Okay, let me get this working. Can y'all hear me though? I'm going to I'm going through my programs to get everything right so that I can get the screen showing. Let me see. How does this work? Forgive me, guys. This is my first time doing this. Photos. Okay, got that one going. Trying to see how to get my screen up. And please forgive me, guys. I don't like to tell you guys things without showing it, right? I believe in the idea of no conversation without documentation. No conversation without documentation. So when I believe something is true, right? I'm not just going to tell you, hey guys, this is true because Dave says so. Dave is a nobody. Dave is a nothing. God is truth, right? God is truth. Dave is nothing. So when Dave says something, Dave needs to show what he's saying. And let's see. Screen sharing. Let's see if this will work. Screen sharing on. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to do. Oh gosh. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to find out how to get this thing to show. Okay. So, web browser. Okay. That's what we got. Okay. So we got the web browser set. Now, how do I let it show my screen or give it permission? Maybe it should be an app permission or something. And I'm sorry, guys, this is taking so long, but I think it's very important for me to show y'all. So I'm going to try again, see if it lets me do anything else. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to. Let me see. Maybe it'll show me here. Okay. Screen recording. Now, where the freak do I find that at? Okay. System preferences. Okay. Let me see if I can find this, guys. Can y'all see me? Somebody can tell you what happened with Gail. Like, there's a million people who saw that bull crap. Let me see. Where's the thing that says preferences? preferences. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Let me see. This is stupid. Desktop screen saver. Okay, let me see if I can get it to do it again. I'm going to try setting it up. So let's see. Okay, let's see if it'll let me share now. Screen, share screen. Screen shares back with a computer. Share screen. Okay, let me know if it shares, guys. Oh, wait, or should I just share with a window? Maybe that will make it easier. So let's see if that'll work. Oh, no, I'm going to try to just do the whole thing. Forget it. Oh, no, not StreamYard. Let me see if I could do it a different way. I'm going to try to open up a whole nother link and just see if I could do it that way. I promise you guys, when we get there, it's going to be so good that it will be worth the wait. So let's see. Okay. Come on, you're taking up the precious time. I kill this to you. I'm working. Take our time. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, so we'll go to Wiki and then we'll click it and take it from there. And we'll see if I can use this. Okay, this should let me do it now. Okay, now I'm going to go back to StreamYard and see if it will let me do a Chrome tab. Please, God, let this work. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, can y'all see it pop up or did it block me? We got like a 10-second delay. So you guys got to tell me if it's showing for you guys. The screen? Okay, you guys can see the screen. Yes, God is good. Woo! Wait, I can't see it. Who can see where it's talking about the Administrative Procedures Act here? It's actually a law. Y'all can see it? Okay, what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit so we can light this freaking fire because we're going to take it to the next level. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, I'm behind in the stream. That's what it is. There we go. All right, we here now, baby. Let's go. All right. So what I'm going to do is show you guys something. I always tell you guys about the idea of status, standing, and jurisdiction. I learned that from my dear big brother, David Straight. And in status, standing, and jurisdiction, guys, we learned that every single thing that we deal with in a court has to have jurisdiction or the judge is acting outside of the law. Now, I just zoomed it in a little bit for you guys, so let me know if that's sufficient for you, right? I'm going to zoom it out one more because I just lost it. Okay, so if you look here, it says enact, right? Now, I want you guys to realize what this thing is telling you that it's working for or its purpose, right? Now, let's look what it says here. An act. What is the purpose of the act? This is like a little preamble, right? To improve the administration of justice, right? They're trying to improve the administration of justice. Did they say in courts of record, in the courts of the people? Or did they tell where they're administrating or giving this justice? Let's look a little bit deeper. Administration of justice by prescribing fair administrative procedure. Now we got a problem, guys. The first problem I see with this is a law from June 10th, right here where my cursor is, June 10th and 11th, 1946. 1946. So if you have a situation where you are dealing with a law in 1946, didn't we already have a constitution and state constitutions that told what fair procedure was in common law? Guys, we got to realize there was already fair procedure that existed. So why would we need another set of procedure that deals with something after we have already created common law and the people's ability, right? The people's ability to be free, because the people have the right to be free and independent. They are not bound by the legislature. So now let's look a little bit deeper. And for those of you who going through your phone, turn it sideways so you can see a lot more clearly. Now, I'm going to break this down to you guys and help you to see what the attorneys are not going to tell you. Look right here where it says agency, right? Agency. Now, they have to define what the word agency means, guys. So don't just take it to believe that it means everything that you think it means, right? Agency means each authority, whether or not within or subject to review by another agency. So there's agencies, guys, who could be reviewed by another agency. Either way, it doesn't matter. Means each authority of the government, right, of the United States other than Congress, the courts. So if it's other than the courts and the agencies are something other than Congress and other than the courts, are the agencies that are doing these actions and bringing you before them, the courts, if it says other than Congress, the courts, or the governments of the possessions, territories, or the District of Columbia. Watch this. Nothing in this act shall be construed to repeal delegation of authority as provided by law, right? Let's go down to where it says Act 1 of this act, number 1. Agency composed of representatives of the parties or representatives of organizations of the parties to the dispute determined by them. 2. Courts martial and military commissions, military and naval authority exercised in the field at the time of war, right? So you see, these are the exceptions. Now, let's scroll down a little bit and let's learn real quick, y'all. Remember I told y'all the difference between people and persons? People and persons. Now, y'all tell me if y'all are a person based on this definition. Watch this. And when it says individuals, it's talking about in like class. So these are corporate, what they call individuals, ens, legis, entities. Watch this. B, person and party. Person, they're defining it, includes individuals, partnerships, corporations, associations, or public and private organizations of any character other than agencies. Party includes any person or agency named or admitted as a party or properly seeking and entitled as a right to be admitted as a party in agency proceeding. Did it say court proceeding, guys, or did it say agency? Did it say court proceeding or did it say agency? See, this is where it gets serious because you got a lot of dumb attorneys. letting people go into rooms that look like court and is not freaking court. It is an agency hearing for persons of government and persons contracted with government, ens, legis, entities, and not people. And I'm not going to just say it. I'm going to use their own words to prove it to you. And nobody is going to be able to come on and talk some stupid stuff. Watch this. Or properly seeking, or, I'm sorry, forgive me, properly seeking and entitled as of right to be admitted as a party in agency proceeding, but nothing herein shall be construed to prevent an agency from admitting any person or agency as party for limited purposes, meaning they are limited by the statute, guys. Remember, common law doesn't come from the statute. The legislature can't make statute to apply to the people. So anytime you open up a statute and go into a court, you turn it into an administrative hearing, guaranteed. This is why we can't win. This is why they're attacking us, because if we don't just stand on our constitutional right, we offer them the discretion to make decisions that are not based on the real law. They make, Child Support Enforcement Agency, CPS, Highway Safety Act stuff. Watch this. C, rule and rule making. Rule means the whole or any part of agency statement of general or particular applicability and future effect designed to implement, interpret, or prescribe law or policy. You remember the Michigan judge said, oh, if you want to change this, go to your policy officers. Go to your policy creators. He was saying go to the legislature. He didn't say your lawmakers. He said policy, because he knows this whole fight in Michigan was about some dang policy of statute. And I'm not going to just say it. I'm going to freaking prove it. And if anybody wants to come and interfere and say that I'm lying, bring it, and we'll get embarrassed in front of everybody. Period. Straight like that. Right? Now, watch this. We got to look at this part where it says, or practice requirements of any agency includes the approval or prescription for the future of rates, wages, corporate or financial structures or reorganizations thereof, prices, facilities, appliances, services, or allowances, therefore, or valuations, costs, and accounting. See, it's all about business stuff. The handling of business of government programs and agency. It ain't got a dang thing to do with the people. Y'all ain't dealing with facilities and corporate bullcrap and financial structures. Y'all ain't dealing with that. So why the freak are we in front of agencies every day? Watch this. Rulemaking means agency process for the formulation and didn't what's going on, because the Secretary of State has the power to make a decision on what the rules will be. You know what that's called? The legislature giving out administrative bull. That's what it is. Am I spinning a little bit, guys? Okay, I'm back online. Can you guys hear me? Okay, we're back. So look at this, guys. This is going to get serious. Refreshing, you're good. Order and adjudication. Now watch what order means in their court, right? Watch what order means in their court. Order means the whole or any part of the final disposition, whether affirmative, negative, or injunctive, or declaratory in form of any agency. You're not going before a court. You're going before an agency. Adjudication means agency process for the formulation of an order. The agency is making orders for y'all and telling y'all that this is what is. But it's a bunch of bull. Let's keep looking. Watch this. It's going to get even better. License and licensing. License includes the whole or part of any agency permit. Guys, The agencies are getting you to go to them for a permit for things you already have a right for in the Constitution. Are y'all feeling me? Watch this. Agency permit, certificate approval, registration, charter, membership, statutory exemption, or other form of permission. Why do you think it works when we do the PMAs and we send notice to the government? Because we're not asking for a license or permission. We telling you what our rights is under the Constitution and saying, under the Constitution, you can't bind us, interfere with us. You were told that you don't have access to these rights. You don't have power to deal with it. Are y'all catching this? The license permission is how they're getting you entangled into another type of law that has nothing to do with the Constitution. And then they're stealing your stuff. Watch this. Licensing includes agency process respecting the grant, renewal, denial, revocation, suspension, annulment, withdrawal, limitation amendment, modification, like modification of your child support or child time, or conditioning of a license. Y'all see that? They're running administrative courts going against your rights because you bring up the idea that what's going to happen in a case is bound by statute. They let you believe that they have the right to deal with it. They let you believe that they have the jurisdiction, and they freaking don't. But I'm going to get jiggy with it, y'all. I'm not going to just tell y'all that they're not running courts. I'm going to show you with their own text that they have to review stuff because the court is not the one doing it. So there's certain times where you have to have reviews because the agency is doing the act and the agency didn't have constitutional authority. So you'll let them take your kids and walk away and think your life is over because they told you that they have power. They told you that this is their authority, but it's nowhere in the Constitution. So they want to work in a private program to steal your kids' cars, houses, dogs, cats, grandparents, and everything else. But they can't show you anywhere in the Constitution that it's there, and it's not according to law. And when you do a judicial review, they have to look and see if they're following the law. Well, if they got to look to see if they're following the law, that means they're not going by the law because you're not using a judicial process, which is protected and guaranteed. So when they say the courts ain't following laws because you're not in court, you're in a legislative tribunal and you think you're in court. That's why when I give them an affidavit or a notice that says, hey, I know that you're not a court. I know that you're a legislative tribunal. I know that you're acting like you have the power over me, but you're really lying. And I know that I'm going to tell everybody that you have no jurisdiction and we're coming. And you want to start giving kids back now, huh? You just happen to have a come to Jesus meeting, didn't you? See, this is what's happening, guys. Now watch this. Public information, except to the extent that there is involved any function of the United States requiring secrecy in the public interest or any matter relating solely to the internal management of an agency. A, rules. Every agency shall separately state and currently publish in the Federal Register descriptions of its central and field organization, including delegations, what agency final authority, and establish places at which the methods whereby the public may secure information or make submittals or requests, statements of the general course and method by which its functions are channeled and determined. That's why CPS has to have a manual to tell how to get your kids back if they take them. They have to have a manual to tell how they're functioning and under what law, but they hide it all over the country. They hide it. This is why I go at them the way that I do, because I understand that it's not a court. I understand that it's really the agency and the executive branch doing stuff, and the agency and the executive branch can't make a court order. They hire the whole court staff to act like they're in court. You go through a whole process and think your kids got taken by a court, but no court was ever there. I'm not going to just say this, though. As always, I'm going to prove it. Let's keep going. So look, guys, it says substantive rules adopted as authorized by law and statements of general policy or interpretations formulated and adopted by the agency. The agency was not put there in the Constitution. They don't have any special powers. For the guidance of the public. Did it say for the law of the public or did it say guidance? It said the guidance of the public, y'all. They're freaking guiding you in what they would like for you to do with what's called guidance documents, but they don't have lawful authority to tell you what the freak to do. They don't have it. If you don't have a screen, go out and come back in. You'll see it. Watch this. Opinions and orders. Every agency shall publish or in accordance with published rule. Remember, we got to look at Miranda versus Arizona. Here's what it says, guys. Miranda versus Arizona. Where rights secured in the Constitution are involved, there shall be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. The legislature can't write anything to go against them, and there could be no rulemaking to go against them. So understand, if there is no rulemaking, right? If there is no rulemaking that could be made against one of the people, what is this whole other administrative thing that they're putting together that nobody voted in? The people didn't say you could have administrative power over us and make rules for us. Watch this. Made available for public inspection, and all final opinions and orders and the adjudication of cases except those required for good cause to be held confidential, like CPS, and not cited as precedents, and all rules. Public records, right? Watch this. Save as otherwise required by statute. It didn't say anything about the Constitution. Matters of official record shall be in accordance with published rule, be made available to persons properly and directly concerned, except information held confidential for a good cause. Rulemaking. Except to the extent there is involved any military, naval, blah, 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 blah. Let's go down. Let's go down and see some real fire. I'm sorry, guys. Adjudication. In every case of adjudication required by, what does this say? Statute. They can't write a statute against your rights. Right? They can't write a statute against your rights. So notice what's happening, y'all. Somebody acting stupid. If somebody, let me see. Let me know if somebody's saying something stupid so I can block them or kick them out, please. If you're in here, guys, let's not be disruptive and be silly. No drama. Let's learn, you know? And if anybody wants to come on and talk some silly, we can deal with that too, you know? But so notice, guys, notice, right? I'm sorry. Any subject, in every case of adjudication requiring by statute to be determined on the record after opportunity for an agency hearing. Now, guys, notice what this just said here. Did this say a court hearing or did it say an agency hearing? Did this say a court hearing or agency hearing? So the one who is going to court, right? Or this tribunal is not really in the court. And the court is actually a group of people coming together acting like they're a court, but they're really the agency. So the judge in the front with the black robe on is an administrative hearing officer in an administrative hearing. He is not a judge, or she is not a judge. The attorneys are people working together in an administrative hearing for a cause. They are not acting in some official capacity. Now watch this. Any matter subject to a subsequent trial of the law and the facts de novo in any court. So there's later on court cases that can happen, but you could be in an administrative hearing and not even know it. The selection and tenure of an officer or employee of the United States other than examiners appointed pursuant to this section, proceedings in which decisions rest solely on inspections, tests, or selections, right? The conduct of military, blah, 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 blah. Those are all administrative issues. So when you bring in stuff about selections and stuff like that, and you start opening up the door for statutes, guess what you're bound by? Administrative procedure and not the common law. When you come as one of the people only without a dang statute in your hand, they have to use the common law. See, but watch. Don't believe me. I'm a nothing and a nobody, right? I'm nothing. So let's not listen to Dave because Dave is dumb. Let's look. Notice. Persons, didn't say people, entitled to notice of an agency hearing shall be timely informed of the time, place, and nature thereof, the legal authority and jurisdiction under which the hearing is to be held. That's why in CPS courts, they say they come under Title 42. But guess what? Title 42 never passed. Child support enforcement, Title 42. Title 42 never passed. Family law courts never passed. It is not positive law that doesn't rule over people, but they think it does. This is why Gail and all those guys keep saying, I just don't understand why it's happening right now. You don't understand why it's happening because you didn't look at the laws of the court. You call yourself brilliant people and studying people and theologians and doctors and all this stuff, but you never looked at the freaking plain text to see what it said. So now you sit here and lie to the people by mistake. You think you're doing right and nobody else can understand. But what's really happening is you're lying. You're lying. You're lying because you don't know the truth and you never looked. But then you'll say you're a brilliant attorney or a smart person, but you never checked. You don't realize you're going to court or arguing over things that were never passed in law. So if it's never passed in law, you're stealing people's families, destroying lives, stealing houses, cars, and other such things. And you never read what the freaking real law said. And then you got the nerve to get mad at somebody when they start telling stuff. You call them a sovereign citizen, or you're not a lawyer, so you can't tell. Didn't Jesus say the lawyers are going to hide the key of knowledge? Didn't the lawyers say they were going to hide the key of knowledge? They're going to hide it. They're going to hide it, guys. So when we're having a fight and we go to the lawyers, they don't want to work with us because they know in many cases what the law really says. But if they tell, they lose their license. So they don't love us enough to do what I'm doing right now and come out and tell this stuff. Now, I'm not going to play with y'all. I'm going to take this thing to a level so high right now that it's going to be talked about in very simple terms, but it's going to blow the back out of this corruption. Watch this. This is the kind of stuff to get people put in Gitmo that I'm telling y'all. Persons entitled to notice of an agency hearing shall be timely informed, right? The time and place, nature thereof, the legal authority and jurisdiction. That's why they put Title 42 on there, but it never passed. So they've been stealing kids against the law of the land. The law of the land is the common law, the bills and declarations of rights, and the constitutions. And they're ignoring the constitutions to work in a side business and make money for their own benefit. Yep, they get paid in Title 42, not the people. Watch this. The matter of fact and law asserted, in instances in which private persons are the moving parties, other parties to the proceeding shall give prompt notice of issues controverted in fact or law, and in other instances, agencies may by rule require responsive pleading in fixing the times and place of hearings in regard for the convenience and necessity of the parties or their representatives. Now watch this. Procedure. The agency shall afford all interested parties opportunity for the submission and consideration of facts, arguments, offers of settlement, or proposals of adjustment where time and nature of the proceeding and public interest permit. And watch this, y'all. This is going to get deep. To the extent that the parties are unable to so to determine any controversy by consent, hearing and decision upon notice and in conformity with sections 7 and 8, right? Now, we're going to go down and we're going to get to where it says judicial review. Now, guys, if we were in a court in the first place, right? Oh, watch this. Hearings. Section 8, presiding officers. There shall be at the taking of evidence. So when they first get you in a CPS court, child support enforcement court, and the others, taking of evidence, the agency, one or more members of the body which comprises the agency, or one or more examiners appointed as provided in this act. But nothing in this act shall be deemed to supersede the conduct of specified classes of proceedings in whole or in part by or before boards or other officers specially provided for by or designated pursuant to statute. Y'all notice that all of this is under the statute, not under the common law of the land? Y'all notice this? Y'all understand this? This is deep. Watch this. Except as statutes otherwise provide, the proponent of a rule or order shall have the burden of proof. Any oral or documentary evidence may be received, but every agency shall, as a matter of policy, provide for the exclusion. You know, when you're those CPS cases, traffic cases, and they just kill all your evidence, don't let your people come on the record. Silly attorneys and dumb scholars will tell you, oh, they have the right to remove your stuff in court. They're ignoring you. Stupid, they're not in court. They're not in court. You are not in court the whole time. You're in front of an agency and you're wondering why they're doing you wrong. You're wondering why they're ignoring your evidence. The Mr. Clements on video yesterday said, the courts are ignoring us and not paying attention. Yeah, they don't listen to your evidence. They don't listen to what you say. They say it's irrelevant, immaterial, poppycock, and all that bull. The reason they're saying that, Mr. Clements, is because you're not in the freaking court. You're not in the freaking court. And Gail is messaging me, if you want to do the right thing. No, Gail, you should have did the right thing. That's why you're getting punished now by God. And people are upset with you because you're fake. You're trying to start a fight because I won't do what you tell me to do to benefit you for your own money and your own fame and the things you pursue. I'm about the freaking people. So let me finish teaching my class. Now, evidence, right? So look what it says they could do. They could get rid of evidence, immaterial, unduly repetitious evidence, and no sanction shall be imposed or rule or order be issued except upon consideration of the whole record. But they can kill the record. They could erase stuff in it. Are y'all catching this? Are y'all catching this? Y'all catching this? They could get rid of your evidence, y'all. They could take everything off the record so you don't have a record. Y'all going in front of these agencies, they're striking everything you say and they're hiding it, y'all. They're hiding the evidence from y'all and the public. They're using private tribunals, private courts that don't have records that's open to the public. Now, what happens is because the record is not open to the public, I love Ivan too. I already made Christy a moderator. I'm making Ivan a moderator too. Because the records are open to the public in a real court, we can see what's happening and they can't hide it. But in these courts, they strike all the evidence, these tribunals. And what happens is when they hide your evidence, this is why the Mr. Clements can so easily say that the judges are not paying attention to you. But I don't know if he realizes you're not in court. Now, I'm not going to just say this, y'all. I'm going to tell you where it says it. Right here, judicial review. Now, y'all tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I challenge anybody in the nation to come against me on this stuff, and you'll see somebody get embarrassed, guys. It'll be so bad. Watch this. Judicial review, section 10. Now, if you have to have a judicial review, to look over what you're doing, it is likely that you may not have been in a judicial setting. Does that make sense to y'all? It takes about 10 seconds for y'all to hear what I say. So please give me some thumbs up. Oh, no, you can't give thumbs up. Say like in the chat. Or say, Dave, we got you. We understand, homie, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, guys, if you're doing a judicial review, you have to ask for a judicial review. Is it not likely that whatever you're in is not judicial? Can y'all let me know? Like. Thank you. Now watch this. We about to get real serious. And Mr. Citizen Science Oral Health Project, he's found some powerful things that can help a lot of people to heal in the nation. I think we should come together and do notice to the government agencies who are blocking his progress to help people heal and save lives. He has a very good technology that he has explained to me that is earth-shaking and groundbreaking, but the government agencies who are administrative are blocking his natural right, his God-given right to help people live. And we're going to deal with that if y'all want to. But let's keep looking. Watch this. Judicial review. Except so far as, now notice this, except so far as statutes preclude judicial review. You see this statutory thing again, y'all? Statutory stuff. They're running off a statute like the Constitution isn't the highest law of the state. Watch this. Now, notice these rights they're giving you inside of this administrative procedure and system. The administrative system is outside of the constitutional powers we have. So anytime you bring a case and start bringing up statute, that's how they trap you under their administrative system. So if you say I got constitutional protections and I got administrative protections, you miss the protection. I mean, you miss your powers under the Constitution. You mix up the jurisdiction, and they throw you into a statutory jurisdiction and use the statute to come after you. That's what they did in Michigan the other day. Watch this. Except so far as statutes preclude judicial review or agency action is by law committed to agency discretion. Y'all see in Michigan how they said, well, the legislature gave that authority to the Secretary of State. Therefore, the Secretary of State, right, gets to tell how you're going to do an audit, right? Of course, they are going to say that. The reason it applies to every state, this is federal. The reason they're going to say that, guys, is because they know they're in an administrative court. The judge even mentioned the term administrative. He mentioned the term administrative, telling y'all exactly what I've been telling y'all. The judge did it. Now, watch this. It's going to get even deeper. Watch this. Agency action by law committed to agency discretion. So the agency is making the decisions on everything. It's their discretion, right? Watch this. Right of review. Any person suffering legal wrong. Did it say any one of the people? Remember, the definition of person and party was any association, charter, freaking government entity, corporate type entity, right? It was all ens legis entities. Yes, the Constitution is the highest law in the Fed and in the state, right? Now watch this. This is going to get deep. Any person, that didn't say one of the people, y'all. We already got a process for people being hurt. They could go to the legislature and get it dealt with, or they could go to real court of record and get it dealt with. So this is something totally new they're creating, y'all. I want y'all to see this. Any person suffering legal wrong because of any agency action. Now, if it's an agency action, is it a court action? No. Or adversely affected or aggrieved by such action within the meaning of any relevant statute. It's all about statutes. The administrative procedures and process is all about statute and entities, not people. Shall be entitled to judicial review thereof. You go to your state constitution and it tells you that anybody has the power to go to a court if they've been wrong. And anybody has the power to go to the legislature if they've been wrong for a remonstrance, right? This ain't talking about remonstrance or petition or a court case to do a common law action where somebody has harmed you. This is a totally separate statutory system created by lawyers they call the legal system. It has nothing to do with your rights, and I'm going to prove it. I'm not going to just say it. Watch this, y'all. It's about to get so heavy in here. Y'all going to scream and shout because God is going to show you your remedy. He's going to show you why the affidavits work, why showing them the Constitution and the affidavits and notices works, and why it stops them, why you see an estoppel, why they don't want to keep going forward. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. This is going to get good. B, let me know if y'all catching this. Form and venue of action. Form and venue of action. The form of proceeding for judicial review shall be any special statutory review. Susan said on her show yesterday that, man, appeal? Yeah, you know, we're going to appeal and go under the same stuff we just came from. Why the freak are the CPS, Child Support Enforcement, Highway Safety Act appeals always binding us with statutory garbage rather than looking at the Constitution and how they're overextending their jurisdiction? Watch me show you the argument. The form of proceeding for judicial review shall be any special statutory review proceeding relevant to the subject matter in any court specified by statute, not the Constitution, or in the absence of inadequacy thereof, any applicable form of legal action, including actions for declaratory judgments or writs of prohibitory or mandatory injunction or habeas corpus. Mandatory injunction, right? Habeas corpus, common law stuff. In any court of competent jurisdiction, real courts that have power over that if you don't have anything from the statutes. Watch this, y'all. It's going to go deeper. It's going to go deeper. Watch this. Agency action. See, who's doing the action? The agency. They got y'all thinking you're in court with a dude with a black robe on the whole time the agency is doing this. Shall be subject to judicial review. Oh, now a real judge going to come and look at it. Still under statutory stuff. In civil or criminal proceedings. Oh, did y'all not know that the agency can prosecute you criminally without right? The agency could not have the power to come after you criminally, but be doing it because they're going against your right. But because you don't know, some dumb attorney gets you to write a statute that says, under the statute 24267, I have the power to defend myself in one of your tribunals, and don't know that it's an agency tribunal and not a court. And yo ain't is about to go to court for agency bullcrap, hidden technology and scheme that the attorneys will not tell you about. The attorneys aren't showing you what I'm showing you. I'm showing you the actual positive law from the freaking legislature, and I can guarantee you, no freaking attorney has come on and showed you this. Why? I'm a nothing and a nobody, but I'm showing y'all that you ain't even really in court and you think you are. What kind of clowns swear to protect your rights and work in courts, and then at other times got you in administrative proceedings and ain't even freaking telling you? Attorneys got you going through administrative issues and ain't even telling you. What kind of stuff is that, y'all? That they won't tell you what they're doing. They won't even tell you. We're not slaves, y'all. They bring persons to court. Those persons in their statutes are government officials or ens legis entities, meaning statutorily created corporations. Y'all know companies are created through statute. And when me and Josh create private entities, we don't create them by statute. We create them under the power of the people in the Constitution. And that's why the government can't attack them. People, I don't see any teeth in what you're doing with giving the government notice. We're walking in the door and saying, yo, check this out. We're coming in our power as the people, not a freaking statute. Y'all create statute. In the maxims of law, guys, it says this. It says you control what you create. The legislature create birth certificates. That's what they call a child, not a baby. The legislature creates a driver's license and partners with a person they call an operator. It is a entity they create in statute that you get a license and apply for. But they don't tell you that they have no power over the man. A man has a 100% guaranteed right to travel wherever the freak he wants to go. Not only does he have a right, he is ordered by God to teach the gospel all freaking over. God never said get a passport to go teach the law. God never said get a passport to teach the gospel. God said go. Go. That was a demand. Yes, we have the right to travel, 100%. But notice, attorneys are not showing y'all this. Why? Right? I'm a nobody. They say nobody else can talk about law but them, but then they don't freaking tell you this. Why should I have to be here telling you this stuff as a dirty, ashy elbow, non-hair growing Negro from the ghetto? Why should I be the one here telling you this? Why? Where are all the brave attorneys who should be reading right out of the law, telling y'all and getting their license taken and getting prosecuted for telling y'all and losing everything they got? Where are they? Where are they? They're freaking hiding, still getting a paycheck, holding on to their license because they care about their life, their jobs, their kids, their future. I didn't look at my future and just my kids' life and everything else. I put everything on the freaking line. This is the Administrative Procedures Act, Public Law, Statute 60, page 237. This is a PDF. You can go get it offline. Now, I didn't say I'm going to preserve myself, my kids, my family, my sacred honor. I said I don't give a freak. I'm putting it all on the line. They can do what the freak they want to do. And they've been fighting me ever since. But these darn attorneys, when have they come on and shown you this? Name one. Name one who's reading the real law to you and not freaking hiding it. Name one who's really willing to go where the freak I'm going. Name one. I opened the Administrative Procedure Act to show y'all there's a totally different set of laws that ain't got nothing to do with the government. We ain't give them this. It's administrative garbage. And they're just sitting up here lying, taking your stuff. Taking your stuff. Yeah, ashy knuckles too. I do have ashy knuckles. I need some dang lotion. But let's read some more, y'all. Scope of review. Now I'm going to show y'all why the affidavits blow their back out. I'm going to show y'all why the affidavits destroy them guys without going into a freaking court. Watch this. Scope of review. So far as necessary to decision and where presented, the reviewing court shall decide all relevant questions of law, interpret constitutional and statutory provisions, and determine the meaning of applicability of the terms of agency action. It shall A, compel agency action unlawfully withheld or unreasonably delayed. Unlawfully withheld. What if people don't know you get to get a review that tells if an agency action was held unlawfully? That means somebody got their kids stolen, house stolen, car stolen, and the bar members will say, well, you know, we fought a good fight. We went at it super hard and, you know, we just lost. But if you want to pay some more money for appeal under the same garbage, we can do that. Yeah, we'll take your billable hours all day. You see that? You see that? Watch this. Hold unlawful and set aside agency action, finding and conclusions found to be what? Arbitrary, capricious, and abuse of discretion. They didn't have that power, y'all. Or otherwise not in accordance with law. So y'all telling me the agencies can do a whole dang hearing and case and not even look at the law? Now, let me show y'all why the affidavits work. Look at number 2. Y'all gonna see this. Oh, heck no, Dershowitz ain't telling this. That's why he lied about the 1905 Massachusetts, the Jacobson case, lying about they could give you an injection if they want to. He freaking lied out his freaking teeth. And I wish I could have been on there to get on him about that. But watch this. Watch this, y'all. Guys, if you want the document, it is Statutes at Large 60, page 237. Look up the 1946 Administrative Procedures Act. Click on the Wikipedia link, then go in and click on the link for where it says 60, page 237, and it will pop up and you can download it. It'll be yours. Now watch this, guys. This is the thing that the affidavit does. Look at number 2. The agency action is contrary to constitutional right. Holy moly. Power, privilege, or immunity. The people are immune from public actions that when the people are in the private. Now, I'll prove it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to just say this to y'all. I'm going to freaking prove it. I'm going to show y'all how a real teacher has to teach and stand for the people's rights. So let's get some of this real smoke. Watch this. We're going to look at the 1948 NAACP versus Alabama. Alabama didn't want Negroes, chocolate people, right? They didn't want chocolate people doing business in their state because they were chocolate people and they didn't like them. Fine, that's their choice. I ain't mad at the people who didn't want chocolate people working. But I will bring that freaking smoke and show what the freak happened in the case. Now, this is 357 US 449. Let me know if y'all can see this. Let me zoom in a little bit for y'all, if I can. How do I zoom this? Can y'all see this new case I just pulled up? Is it pulling up, y'all? Heck no, I'm not an attorney. Heck no. Let me see. Sharing government tracker. Okay, I want to share this one. So let me see. Let me see if I can share this other one now. I'm going to show y'all some more fire. Watch this. Tell me if they really want this smoke, y'all. Because I'm going to bring the exact truth and put it in your face and tell them, why aren't the attorneys telling you this? I'm not an attorney, but watch what I show. Watch this. So here's the case, right? Y'all seeing this? Y'all should see this popping up right about now. How the freak do I zoom on this? Yeah, y'all see it. Now watch this, y'all. I'm going to give y'all some fire that turn your phone sideways if you want to be able to see it. I don't know how to make it zoom. Oops. Sorry, guys. That was messed up. Get back. Okay. Now watch this, y'all. This is going to get heavy. 357 U.S. 449 from 1958, argued January 15th and 16th, 1958. Now, if I'm a clown, guys, and I don't know what I'm talking about, I shouldn't be able to show y'all what the freak I'm about to show y'all. But I just told y'all people could be in a private capacity and the government is blocked from interfering with them and they have immunity. Let's see if Dave Jose knows what the freak he's talking about or if Dave Jose is some clown. Notice I didn't go study this in front of y'all. I'm telling you what I know off the top of my head. Here's Justice Warren, Black, Frankfurter, Douglas, Burton, Clark, Harlan, Brennan. This is the son of the famous John Marshall Harlan. He's number 2. His dad was a freaking powerhouse in the Supreme Court. Brennan and Whitaker. Now, I'm going to show y'all something powerful. In an opinion authored by Justin John M. Harlan II, a unanimous, they voted 9-0 unanimously against chocolate people. For chocolate people in a predominantly white Alabama that didn't want people there who were Black doing business. And let's see what the freak they said, y'all. And I'm going to prove to y'all that when we're in the private, they can't freaking touch us. Gail says she don't believe this works. She says it don't work because she has no knowledge of what the freak she's talking about. And the other gentleman, the scholar, I don't think he knows this because if he knew, he would shut the freak up and wouldn't say the dumb stuff he said. But here's what the real law says. In an opinion authored by Justice John M. Harlan II, a unanimous court decided in favor of petitioners, the NAACP, holding that immunity from state scrutiny of petitioners' membership list, right? So they wanted to take their membership list and they wanted to find out who all was involved so they could get them out of their state. The NAACP said, heck no, you are not getting our membership list. Now, in the time, guys, there was a lot of courts and judges who were attacking, just like Gail and Mr. Clement says, well, in real life now, the courts are not listening to us. Guess what? The state court didn't listen to the NAACP. Their local Supreme Court and appeals court didn't listen to the NAACP. But the NAACP, as some little uneducated Negroes, kept fighting, kept going, took it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And even though they're nothing Negroes, just like me from the ghetto, it's funny how God works when you get to real law. Watch this. Holding that immunity from state scrutiny of petitioners' membership list is here so related to the right of petitioner members. Y'all see all these membership associations I created and the government can't even go after them. I tell them to kick rocks. Here's how. To pursue their lawful private interest privately. Did y'all catch that? You got a right to pursue your lawful private interest privately. Meaning the second privately mean the government don't even have the right to come interfering. They got to kick rocks. They can't be involved. The first lawful private interests are the lawful things that's guaranteed to you in the Constitution and guaranteed to the people by right are untouchable by the government. The government deals with the public. Your private interest, like your family in the ASPA law where they take kids, says you cannot interfere with private family life. And then they lie to y'all as attorneys and tell y'all, oh, the ASPA said we could take your kids. Shut the freak up, you liar. It did not. It said you cannot interfere with private family life, you clown. But watch this. The people have a right to pursue their lawful private interest privately and to associate freely. Y'all want to go have meetings and y'all want to go protest and they want to tell y'all you got to get a permit. No, permits are for persons and it's a license from government. The people have a 100% guaranteed freaking right to do this. Tell any attorney, judge, freaking government official, Supreme Court justice, I don't give a freak who it is, to come at me. Go get Dershowitz, go get anybody. Go get Gail, all her friends, the freaking law teacher. Ask him if this is in his syllabus. Everybody go ask Mr. Clements, in his syllabus, is he showing people that y'all got a right to be free that's so big you can tell the government they can't interfere and you're immune to them? They talk about government immunity. I'm going to tell y'all something real deep right now. They try to tell y'all that the government has immunity when you try to sue them, right? Governments are granted authority in a trust indenture called the Constitution. The trust indenture called the Constitution grants them the authority they have, but the authority is granted from the people. That's me and you. If the people grant the authority to the government, guys, if the people grant the authority to the government, does this sound like sovereign citizen stuff or does it sound like we talking about the law? Y'all tell me. He said the term sovereign citizen, how the courts laugh at you. Courts don't laugh at me. Courts start figuring out we know their tricks and they know they're about to go to prison for life. That's real life for me. But notice, this right to be in the private, guys, blocks them from attacking you. Now, if the dang people in government can say they have immunity, y'all, why in the freak? No, me and Gail don't have the same goals. You don't see me attacking Gail's work, Angie Erickson. We don't have the same goals. You probably shouldn't say that. Thank you for retracting that, actually. So the thing is, we don't have the same dang goals. I'm here to tell the freaking truth and school y'all in knowledge from your forefathers and from God, right? Guys, if the judges got judicial immunity and you granted them all of their power, did they get judicial immunity from you? How could you not have immunity if they have it? The people in the private have immunity to government, y'all. They can't take you to court. This is what people don't know. They can't take you to court. We don't have the same goals, Angie. We don't have the same goals. And I'm teaching the law now. I'm here teaching the law. Go on Gail's page and see if she's teaching the law. Go on Mr. Clements' page and see if he's teaching everybody how to be free and Supreme Court cases. Because from what I've seen, I ain't seen a dang attorney in the nation teaching these Supreme Court cases to all the people saying that y'all are free and they've been cheating y'all. Anybody can say the word sovereign citizen, but I dare anybody to come on and come get some of this smoke. You ain't gonna like it. Anybody can come get some any day of the week, and I won't practice. You can call me out any day of the freaking week on what I say, and don't even try. I won't even study. Don't even give me a chance. Just pop up on me and see what you get, right? I'm here to make the people freaking free. I have given my life to this stuff, and that's dang sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to show people how to be freaking animals in the law, and they're going to destroy. They are going to destroy courts with notice of what the real law is, and they're going to teach everybody else. And this is what the government didn't want. They didn't want everybody learning the law at the same time and us being able to discuss it and find it for our freaking selves. I'm showing y'all some smoke here that's been hidden. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. They have a right and to associate freely with others, in doing so as to come within the protection of the 14th Amendment. Watch this. Further, the court held that freedom to associate with organizations dedicated to the advancement of beliefs and ideas, the PMAs we create, is an inseparable part of the due process clause of the 14th Amendment. Justice Harlan concluded that the states obtaining names of the association's membership would likely interfere with the free association of its members, so the state's interests in obtaining the records was superseded by the what? You know those things I put in notice only? Constitutional rights. Superseded by the constitutional rights of the petitioners. Guys, do you know that your constitutional rights supersede all that statutory bullcrap? Everybody wants to play a game and go talk to them about statutes. They want to go talk to them about stupid stuff. They want to argue and say, oh, well, the statute says blah, 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 blah. right? I believe that the statute is correct with blah, 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 blah. I don't give a freak about nobody's dang statute. When the Constitution clearly says that you have rights that cannot be interfered with and nothing that the legislature writes can interfere, guys, can you not clearly see that I'm showing you off the top of my head cases and truth that show that everything I've been showing you about your constitutional rights cannot be infringed by a alternate entity that's outside of our form of government? The administrative system tells you that they're giving you an administrative form of due process and is not the common law due process where you get a jury. So anytime you fight with the statute, you get your anus kicked and you wonder why. And then I keep sending in notices and affidavits with the Constitution. And what happens is everybody's like, that has no teeth. Is that what Justice Harlan said? Did John Marshall say the constitutional rights have no teeth? Or did he say the constitutional rights bind the government from being able to interfere with your rights? Y'all remember that I just read? Did I make that up? Did I make that up, y'all? Did I pull something out the side of my neck? Did I just tell y'all it's the judges are just doing stuff to you and there's nothing you can do? Y'all know why I put 30,000 in the affidavits or 5,000 or 1,000? I put that in the affidavits, y'all, because I already know what's going to happen when you get to a higher court or you get to arbitration. I already know that when real people see the law, they're going to say like NAACP, oh yeah, you definitely have the right to shut them down and they trampled your right. Oh shucks, you gave them notice at the beginning of the case and they kept going. So they purposely went against your right after you trained them and told them how your rights work. Well, they don't have good faith. Oh, and you told them you were charging them every single day for every single time they didn't give your kid back, every single hour they took your car, your house. You told them you were going to charge them, and they laughed at you in the lower level courts. So see, this is what's funny about Mr. Clements. He said the courts are not paying attention to us. No, the courts aren't paying attention to you because you don't know this, or you're definitely not teaching it to everybody, or people wouldn't come to David Jose. People come to David Jose because, not because he's cute, not because he got big muscles like Josh Barnett, not because he's smart, not because he's the coolest guy in the world. Y'all come to see David Jose because David Jose is showing the truth. Y'all come to David Jose because he's showing you the facts, the real cases, the real law that the attorneys try to tell you. Oh, that's not your right. Yeah, that's not your right under the administrative procedure bullcrap, but up under the Constitution is definitely a right, and it supersedes everything. That's how they want to tell y'all. The Constitution is just a piece of paper. Yes, that's how they want to tell y'all the Constitution is racist. No, it's not. The Constitution said all men are free. Somebody just said, Clement said his profession is corrupt. Well, that's funny because how the freak do you stay in a profession that's corrupt for any amount of money? How do you stay in a profession that's corrupt? And why don't you go and tell everybody? Now you guys can see why the affidavits work. The affidavits work because these clowns want to do stuff in a private court and strike all your evidence. Did I not just read that to y'all? In the Administrative Procedure Act, they gave them the power to strike all evidence they don't think is relevant. Strike all evidence they don't like. Just get rid of everything. Oh, he showed that we were lying. Oh, we're going to strike that. That's not going to be in the record. What else? Oh, shucks. He showed a doctor said he never did that. Oh, shucks. That's going to be stricken from the record, right? They're going to strike everything from the freaking record. And they hate our Constitution because they want to only work by statutes. The Constitution is where statutes are allowed to be created in pursuance thereof. The Constitution creates bounds by which they are going to make policy. They don't make law over your rights. They make policy over the stuff you gave them authority to do. And this is why when you look at don't hold Gail responsible for, oh my gosh, she is not a lawyer. No, Gail has been pushing people to say this all the time, Mike Davis. And Mike Davis, if you believe what Gail is saying is true and you're going to be her attorney, come on live and be her attorney and tell me what Gail has done and not done. And I want you to have firsthand knowledge of the facts. And everybody deserves a second chance, third chance, fifth chance. Gail is on like 400. All right. Gail has been starting this junk all over the place. So if you're her attorney, come on and argue the facts for her, and let's see what happens. I'll give you the link if you want it, right? But what I'm telling you is these attorneys are not telling y'all the truth, and they're being paid to hide it from y'all. How do you say my profession is garbage, my profession is a lie, and stay there? Why don't you tell and whistleblow on everybody? How are you keeping the job? Big Prada Pierre, that's my dog. I love me some Prada. Prada is an amazing man, guys. Like Prada is somebody who is a business student of mine. I love that guy. Let me let y'all see Prada. This dude, he's one of those buff dudes, real man's man. Such a good man. He got into a business called Medical Commodities with me, and it was funny because he got into business. He was trying to reinvent himself and change his life. I lost his comment. But Prada Pierre, I've been thinking about him. He is a guy who got into medical commodities, right? Dude did business, and he ended up in a very short amount of time. His girlfriend left him. No, hold on. No. Don't say that. I told the professor he could come on last night. He waited until I got off, and then he came on exactly like I told y'all he was going to do on the video. Mr. Clemens did not come on the video and start talking. He was sending other people to say he's with his kids while other people were saying he's posting on Telegram. So let's not play that game, y'all. I asked him to come. Everybody said, oh, he said he'll come on this morning. I sent him the document this morning, the StreamYard thing, and he didn't try to come on. So let's stop playing. Let's stop playing and acting like he really wanted to come on and talk so bad. He's had opportunities. All right. So the thing is, let me finish telling you about Prada Pierre. So Prada Pierre was reinventing his life and trying to figure out how he was doing things. We started working in real estate. And then we saw this business called Medical Commodities. He had only a little bit of money left to his name. I think $100. I'm going to tell you how bad this dude is. He's a freaking hustler. Had $100 left to his name. He said, Dave, I know your coaching costs $500. I'm going to give you, can I give you some money or whatever to get started? I said, bro, give me $50, call it the day. It's you. I love you that much. I want to see you succeed. Dude freaking got into business, took the freak off. About a year later, he had $100,000 liquid in his bank account. Liquid, 6 figures liquid. Young guy from the ghetto. So don't tell me what you cannot do. Here's a young chocolate brother who has done some powerful things, and I just had to say that because he's an inspiration to me. I love him, you know. Now, let's keep going. So, guys, I showed y'all in the Constitution, right? I showed y'all in the Constitution where you have a right to be immune from the government, right? Can anybody tell me one attorney who's ever told you that? How many attorneys have ever showed y'all that you are immune from the government when you're in the private? Anybody ever showed y'all that? Let me get a yes. If anybody's ever told you, let me hear you say no. If anybody, you the man, Prada. Freaking amazing, man. Love that guy. Has any attorney ever showed y'all that you can be immune from, immune from the government? Name one. Now, y'all know attorneys went to law school, right? And they tell you they're the only ones who could tell you the law. So why the freak is David Jose? Let me ask you this. Is David Jose the first person who ever told you that you have immunity from the government? And have they ever shown you? Has anybody ever shown you? Right? Now, guys, off the top of my head, I'm not going to use any cheat sheet. You're not going to see me look down except for to type. Who wants me to show you how I just showed you how the Supreme Court justices said that you have a private right to pursue your private affairs privately and you're immune from the government? Who wants me to show y'all off the top of my dome right now your state constitution say that? Who wants to see it? See, if somebody tells you and they don't show you, it's really not something you can know. You can't know it until you can see it and have evidence that you can stand on. So here's what I'm going to do. Dave Jose is a nothing and a nobody. Dave Jose is going to go into the Arizona Constitution. And if y'all remind me, I'll go into the Texas Constitution. And I'm going to show you guys real quick with some expedient fire, right? That you have the power to be immune from the government in your private affairs, and they have no power to block you, right? That's some bold statements I'm saying, right? Here we go. So let's look at this, guys. Let's look at this. Somebody tell me if they can see this Constitution here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Article 2, the Bill of Rights in Arizona. And I'm going to prove to you that the government don't even have the power to interfere with you as one of the people in your private affairs. Let's start at number 2 real quick. All political power, not some. See, this statutory stuff, they got power over you because they consider you as a person, a government entity. Watch this. All political power is inherent in the people. Your status that you come with when you deal with me is as one of the people. And everything that we do, we let them know that we have all the power over you. Watch this. And government derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. We're not the governed. The government workers are the governed. And are established. Why are governments established? To protect and maintain individual rights. Guys, the government officials don't want you. They don't want you to know you have individual rights that the legislature has no power over and that they can't interfere with. And anytime you are in the private, they can't disturb you or interfere with you without a warrant, right? They can't come take something from you if you're in a private capacity. Watch this. I'm telling y'all this off the top of my head. Watch this. No person shall be disturbed in his private affairs. Whoa. Did y'all catch that? When you're in the private, the government has no power to even disturb you. Kick rocks. Now, some people say, well, that means in your house. Shut the freak up. No, it doesn't. The comma's going to tell. Comma, or his home invaded. That's two different things, y'all. No person shall be disturbed in his private affairs, comma, or his home invaded without authority of law. Now, y'all just seen in the Constitution, right? Y'all just seen in the Constitution where we showed that the people have these powers. Now, even when you're a government person and you're in your private affairs, you can't be disturbed. Government official can't be disturbed when they're in the private. People are in the private. The people are always in the private, unless they decide to go into the public and do a corporation or something that is a license. These dirty tricksters. Now, some people say, well, David, how is it that you can meet with a whole bunch of people in the private? You could be in the private, but you can't do it with other people. Wait, hold on now. Text of Section 5, right of petition and of assembly. The right of petition and of the people peaceably to assemble for the common good shall never be abridged. If I want to come together with some people in the private and do whatever the freak I want to do, as long as I ain't hurting people and killing people and stuff that would give you jurisdiction over me if I was hurting somebody, you got to kick freaking rocks. Don't interfere with my stuff. Now, people say, well, David, I don't want to accept what you're saying. That's sovereign citizen stuff. You're telling me the government doesn't have power over your rights that are in the Constitution? That just seems crazy to me. They might laugh you out of court. I don't give a freak who laughs at what. I deal with the real law. I deal with what the government swore to already. I deal with what the freak is written, not what I imagine. I don't imagine stuff. I don't freaking guess. I don't freaking tell y'all to guess. I don't tell y'all to believe me. As a matter of fact, I say, don't trust me. Trust God. Don't believe me. Believe God. And what I do is I tell y'all to go look in the law. Now I'm going to teach y'all about how it really works inside of republics. Watch this. Texas, Section 1. freedom and sovereignty of state. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Texas is a free and independent state, subject only to the Constitution of the United States, and the maintenance of our free institutions and the perpetuity of the Union depend upon the preservation of right of local self-government unimpaired to all the states. So we got a right to govern ourselves. Oh, shucks. Let's go deeper. It's going to get better, y'all. Inherent political power, Republican form of government. I'm going to show you how a Republican form of government works. This is what the attorneys don't want us to know. Well, I'm about to light some fire right now, guys, by God. This is the word of your forefathers coming through me by God allowing me to suffer and leaving me on the fire long enough to gain this. Watch this. Oh, we don't identify as sovereign citizen ever. That's not what we are. Watch this. Watch out, y'all. This gonna get heavy. Look at section 2. Now, nobody wants to teach you about republics, but I'm gonna teach you. All political power is inherent in the people. You got all the power. That's why we write affidavits and notices and let them know what the freaking law says. Because we got all the freaking power. The reason you doubt your power is because you don't know you got all the freaking power. The reason I put together notices is not just to teach the government. I share it with a million of y'all and tell everybody else to share it because I want you to see your power for the first time. Because as soon as you start seeing your knowledge, your power, on paper, and you gain the knowledge, what happens is you start realizing it is the truth. And after you realize it is the truth, the Bible says that the truth shall make you free. All I got to do is put the truth in you. And if I put the truth in you, God is going to bring that fire because you're not going to be able to hold it in if you're a real man or woman. I'm not riled up. I'm teaching you all the law. I get hyped up about this because the people get to see the truth, right? Can you show one interaction of you, not someone else telling, winning in court with police or through notice, I want to see my power? I don't have to show a thing of me winning when I created all the notices that opened up all the businesses and made the courts leave them alone. That was me. All the affidavits that got kids back, that was me. So if I wrote the dang thing, sir, that's me. So jurisdiction, juris, law, or right, diction, words. Somehow it seems that you believe, Mr. Justice Freeman, that you can come on my channel and tell me terms by which I can say that I have won. Watch this. Calm down, David. You're all riled up, friend. Can you show one interaction of you, not someone else, winning in court with police or through notices, I want to see my power? So here's what's funny. When Josh Barnett got his business open, I made the notices to open up his business. That was me. The cops don't mess with him. They don't interfere with his business. When Tommy Trevillis opened up his entities, I made the notice and the entity completely out of my knowledge, myself. When John Franco opened his business and the 100+ others, that was all me. So what I need you to do now, Mr. Freeman, is you show me all the notices and stuff that you created so that you could be a good judge of what I do. Because if you have not done it and you're going to judge, I need you to show that you have done this already so that I know that you're somebody who has the power to judge what is right and wrong because you do it too. If not, then there it is. Cool, are they posted response? Dude, we did shows all over the nation showing these people talking. So what I need you to do is, Mr. Freeman, now can you show me the people who you've helped? Because I created the notices and stuff, so I need you to show me. No, you're judging because you said you want to know your rights, so you want to see what somebody did, not me. But I did it. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you what somebody did, not me, when I've been the one making the notices to the police officers, to the sheriffs, to the government officials, and not one government official has been able to rebut what I say across the whole nation, not once. So let me know if you got something where you can show me. And if you can't, then let me know that too, and I'll be fine with it. I'm not tripping on you. But I don't allow people to make terms by which they will define the success that I have. The success that I have speaks for itself. And God says this. God says that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. So when you say, David, tell me yourself what you did, that's not how God say establish what the facts are. I got people all over the country who will tell you that's not me. I could be an interested party in my own case and brag about myself. But when other people say what the freak I do, it is what it is. Okay, so if you have done all this, then please show all your people who say you did it. And then that way we'll know you're a righteous judge. And then you can show, I have a win in court. Okay, I have over 100 businesses open, sir, who were lawyers lost their cases and couldn't get them open in the last, since March of COVID. So please show me, sir, where you have done that. And I have 88 kids back now from CPS courts, and I made the affidavits or taught the knowledge. So if that's what you say, can you please show yours now? And I'm sure you could probably do it because you seem like a brilliant man who wanted to make the terms for me. Now I'm giving you some terms. Please let me know. Now let me continue with the real law, unless he's going to come on and teach the real law. Inherent political power, Republican form of government. Watch this, y'all. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on the people's authority. Watch this. And instituted for their benefit. The government is here to benefit us, not tell us what to do or own our kids, families, lives, dogs, cat, and everything else, right? It's not on me, Justice Freeman. You made a statement or whatever. I just want to know if you're doing the same things. And if you are, more power to you. But when you want to come on and you want to say some things about what's what, I need to know that you're doing it too. So then I know that we're in the same place. Now, there's some people in this nation like David Straight that is much greater than me, who got way more kids back than me, got people out of federal prison. I'm not a boss like him. I'm growing though. I'm gonna be big later, right? I'm gonna get on my Steve stuff and be almost like I'm 6'9", jumping and dunking on people like crazy because I'm going to learn from the best. I humble myself and learn from the monsters. I really have nothing to talk about, Justice, unless you're going to tell me what you've done too. I just want to have you say that because you let me know what's up and we can talk. I got my coffee, y'all. You can let me know what's up or whatever here. And if there's anything else you want to talk about it, we can discuss it. But the people are going to be free today. That's what we're going to do. And Mr. Freeman, I'm going to say this. It's all about truth and facts that we can show in the law. Now, Mr. Freeman, I dare you to find anybody in the whole nation, including yourself, and I'm not saying this as if you're attacking me, but what I want to do is anything that I say wrong in the state constitutions or I don't show or I can't prove, I want you to challenge me immediately, okay? I understand you were only asking. I'm just saying just so everybody can understand and know, because other people see when people say stuff like you just said and they'll get intimidated real quick and fall back. I go 100 miles per hour forward. So what I want you to do is I want you to take anything that I say at all. And no, don't be sorry. You won a court case before. So we're going to give you honor and respect and give him praise because he won a court case. I want you, sir, to judge anything that I say. And if I say anything wrong, I want you to jump on it right away and correct me and show everybody how I'm wrong. And if you want to come on live and show me where I'm wrong, we can do that. If I state anything, sir, that is unconstitutional, not in the law that I'm reading to you guys, and you can see on the screen, I want you to jump in and say, hey, clown, you did wrong. You're saying stuff that's not in the law, right? I expect you to do that. Like the Bible says, prove all things. So if I say something that's wrong, please come at me and get me. Everybody. But and I like to be corrected, so I learn. But anybody who doubts what the freak I'm saying, please come with all the fire you have and show everybody where I'm wrong. Come on live and let me go through these and you tell me where I didn't say what it said. I bet you that won't happen ever. It won't happen. Somebody might get stupid and just do it in order to try to make some fun, but they won't come and bring that fire one-on-one ever and challenge what I say. Why? So let's keep going. The faith of the people of Texas stand pledged to the preservation of a what? Republican form of government. And subject to this limitation only. The people can change their government any way they want to in Texas, except for leaving a Republican form of government. Watch this. They have, the people, at all times the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish their government, because they belong to them, in such manner as they may think expedient, however the freak they want to. Now, guys, right here it says, I think what you're not adding is the legal society does not follow. I don't give a freak about them following the rules. They don't mess with us when we go into private. Why not? See, what you got to understand is the reason they're not following the rules for you is because you may not know how to show and let everybody else see they're breaking the law. If you can't show me 5 notices that you sent out to them of the law showing the exact constitutional arguments for why you have a right to do something, you really can't tell me they don't listen because you're not teaching them. So you can't just go around and say they don't listen and you never taught them and they got bar members teaching them, right? They got bar members teaching them and you ain't teaching them. So when you want to say that they're wrong or they don't listen to the law, you ain't teaching the law if you can't show me notices you're giving them all the time. Because your forefathers said that you have to give them a frequent recurrence to fundamental principles. You got to go over and over again and teach these people. Now, if you're not doing that, the truth is it looks like they're not listening because you're not teaching them nothing for them to listen to. But I tell you what, you get a whole bunch of people and come against government officials and show them the real law. I bet you they start listening. I bet you they realize, holy crap, this is some serious stuff. I'm going to prove to y'all something else. Section 19, why can administrative courts not take your kids, house, dog, car under law? Why will we all get our kids back, houses, dog, cars, money, or the equivalent thereof back? Because they stole it. And I'm going to prove it to y'all. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Your state constitution is beastly, Sandra D. I saw it already. I've helped people do notices with it to get information on COVID and how much money they got. We did a constitutional demand and got 120 some pages of information on money they took. Watch this. Text of section 19, deprivation of life, liberty, etc., due course of law. Now, this is going to teach y'all what the law is they're talking about. Now, I just showed y'all that they'll do a legislative tribunal and take something from you with something that is not even real law. And then what'll happen is you will think that it was law, so you let them take it and you give up and you cry about your kids being missing. I'm not crying about my kids because I know they're coming back, just like the 80-something other kids. It's only a process. Watch this. No citizen of this state shall be deprived of life, liberty, property, privileges, or immunities, or in any manner disenfranchised, except by the due course of the law of the land. What's the law of the land, y'all? Ain't that common law? Isn't that the law that came from the forefathers? Isn't that the one that says everybody gets a jury, but they don't give you a jury in traffic court? Isn't that the one that says everybody gets a jury, but they don't want to give you a jury in CPS court? Isn't that also what they do in child support enforcement court? The child support group just writes an order that says, oh, you get to take the kids. I'm sorry, take the money over kids. The executive branch is writing orders and nobody is using the Constitution. And the reason they're doing it is because nobody showed you. And the reason I'm showing you is because nobody showed you. And the reason people hate on me is because I'm the one showing you. Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. It's that simple. Watch this. They'll tell you, well, because of COVID, you can't have your freedom. You can't do this or that, right? You can't go outside because of this or that, right? Well, watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. No power. So the legislature has no power of suspending laws in this state. I'm sorry, the government, the executive branch who's telling you they can make you wear a mask and do all this stuff. No power of suspending laws in this state shall be exercised except by the legislature. What the freak do you mean? They changed your voting laws with your selection for the president, right? How the freak are they changing your laws without the legislature? And people sitting there like, well, that's just how the court goes. They gave me a ticket. They arrested me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Nobody Nobody else is going to help us. We need the military. You need to show what the freaking Constitution says in your own state for the people and stop talking about the military and the 30th letter of the alphabet coming to save you. God gave you dominion, and your forefathers put it in your freaking law that you can stand up and deal with this. And I'm proving to you. And here you go. Anybody on the channel, even the attorneys who's hiding, come on and say I'm lying. I dare you. I'm going to say something. I'm going to make a bold statement. The government has no power over the bills and declarations of rights. Now, I want somebody to come out and say, Dave's a liar. That's conspiracy theory. It's sovereign citizen stuff. Somebody come and say some dumb junk, please. .com. I will say whatever I want to say. So if you got a problem with me naming anybody, just don't watch. It's that easy. It's that easy. But what you will not do is tell me what the freak to say. Period. Nobody will. Because if I got to bring my dusty butt in out of my freaking hot rod spot and come in and argue with ignorant people over some dumb junk they say without showing y'all the real law, and I got to fight for my freaking self, then don't tell me what the freak to say on my page. Period. Don't tell me to not name people who talking junk, shaming what I'm teaching, when you can freaking look up the law and see everything I'm saying is right there. So until you deal with these people who won't tell you the law but charge you money for it, don't tell me what to say. If I didn't have to say it, I wouldn't say it. But I'm going to say exactly who the freak it is whenever I feel like it. And if I don't want to, I won't. But you will not have jurisdiction over me. Nobody will. And it's just like that. You might like me or you might not like me. That's fine. You can have your opinion and I'm going to love you anyway. But you're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to do that. Right? Matter of fact, you might get blocked. But if you really don't want to be here, just leave. It's that simple. Turn off your what's the name? Turn off your show. But the issue is that the people need to hear this for their own sanity, for their own love of their children, their family, their friends, their justice. They want to get their car back. They want their house back. You want me to shut the freak up and not talk about this stuff because some attorney who has a conflict of interest tells me I should? But they won't tell you this? They won't tell you this? Come on now. If they're not telling you, they don't care enough about you. Don't tell me not to talk about what they won't talk about. Now, I make some crazy claims. I said the government don't have power over your bills or declarations of rights. You have immunity. They can't touch it. They stole your kids. Yeah, they may have stole your kids. They may have stole your house. They may have stole your car. But guess what? When we all know the truth that they've been hiding from us, that they're running a totally separate law system called a legal system that doesn't follow the law, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to get ignited and turn this junk around. So I'm going to teach y'all the truth. And nobody. Is that my girl, Christina? If everybody has a problem and they want to fix it, then I'm going to teach the truth. And if the professor think I'm teaching some sovereign citizen stuff, tell him to come and show what I'm saying is not true. I bet you he come on the show and try to argue with me. He gonna shut up the whole show if I'm showing the law. He's going to not be able to say anything and he's going to learn at the same time. He's probably watching now. But he's not going to come on and talk some stupid junk, and I've offered for him to come on. But let's look. Text of section 29. Watch this. Provisions of Bill of Rights accepted, mean they don't have it, from powers of government to forever remain inviolate. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Watch this. To guard against transgressions of the high powers herein delegated, we're delegating them some authority, and to make sure they don't get crazy and start stealing stuff from us with the authority we gave them, everything in this Bills of Rights is accepted, they don't have it, out of the general powers of government, the whole government, and shall forever remain inviolate. So they can't have it. They will never be able to have it. And all laws contrary thereto, anything going against that, or to the following provisions shall be void. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? So this right here that I just showed y'all said that any law that they make that goes against what I just showed you, that the people have the power, and that under the declarations of rights that nobody can go against the power of the people, and that the government don't even have the power over anything in the bills and declarations of rights, neither can they affect it. Guys, this just showed you that they cannot make a law to go against what's in the bills and declarations of rights. Right? So I said something that sounds crazy. Now, guys, can y'all tell me why I was able to just tell you something that sounds crazy and nobody can prove that I don't know what I'm talking about? Nobody can say that what I said is not there. Now, let me ask y'all a question. I don't know why my comments are frozen. Let me ask y'all a question, guys. Is there anybody in the audience right now who can say that an attorney will show you what I just told you? Right? I just showed you something that's in the law. First of all, can anybody say I made up what I said? Can anybody say that we did not just see it on the internet just now in front of our face? Can anybody say that? Can anybody say that I made this up and that it was not there in what we just saw? Can somebody let me know? Nope. So y'all telling me, y'all, have any of y'all ever paid attorneys and they never give you this information? Have any of you guys ever paid attorneys and you realize they never talked to you about this or gave you this information? Let me know. Let me see if I can get this thing to let me see the comments over here. I don't want to keep looking down at my phone. So guys, please let me know, where are all these brilliant attorneys who are teaching you the law? Where are all the brilliant attorneys who are giving you this information and letting you know these things I just showed you before your face? I didn't make up nothing, right? I didn't try to come out of my own mind and give something for you guys to look at and say, just trust me because I'm smart. I'm nothing. Don't trust me. I told y'all, I'm just a man. Do not trust me. They sell you service, but don't teach you the law. They don't go to the public laws themselves and show this to the community. Why? I mean, if they really want to help the people, wouldn't the bar attorneys go read the real laws to y'all and show y'all exactly what I'm saying? So where is this magical attorney that's telling everybody all this stuff? Where's the magic attorney? It's funny, the attorneys and the so-called professors and government officials never have the power to argue with me online and show that I don't know what I'm talking about. They'll make some little stupid comment, but they won't come and bring that smoke ever. Why are they hiding? Why are they hiding? So guys, here it is. I've been online for 2 hours and 8 minutes. I'm not looking at time and how long it takes to show y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the freaking truth because I care, because I love y'all, because I know God wants you free, because I trust that God is a good God and he didn't make people to suffer and go through all these issues without a reason. And I believe, sorry, I'm going to Georgia Constitution. Y'all want to see some more, or y'all want me to stop teaching? Y'all let me know. Because as I showed Susan on the show yesterday, I said, listen, she said, well, you know, everybody got time and this, that, this, that. I said, look, if you want me to do a show and break the law down and keep teaching until the people understand, I'll freaking do it. I don't care if it take me 5 hours. As long as I got a battery charge, we'll get that smoke, right? Now, guys, it is my duty to tell y'all these things because y'all want y'all lives right. Y'all want y'all kids back. Y'all want y'all country back. If I'm so much of a sucker that I won't tell y'all what the freaking law says, then how can I be a good man? Right? How can I be a good man if I won't show y'all exactly what the law says? If I won't help y'all. Many of y'all say, well, I tried to reach out to Dave and I wanted to talk to him about the law. I'm on here for hours telling y'all about the law, telling you the powers you got in government, and people will laugh at me. People will laugh or have something to say negative. But the one thing they won't do is come on at the time that I'm on and start talking that stupid junk. I got a solution to make businesses stop making people wear masks. But this is the kind of stuff we deal with, y'all, where people want to play games. They want to mock people and they want to try to hurt people and uh, try to get funny and talk stupid and get you guys to doubt. Oh, don't look at what he says. It might be a sovereign citizen. It could be a sovereign citizen argument. Shut the freak up. You know, shut the freak up. Can you show Nebraska laws too? Divine Sovereign, remind me to go to Nebraska Constitution X, and I'll show it to you. Right? Now, guys, I'm going to go to Georgia real quick, show y'all some fire from the later Georgia Constitution, not the one of 1877 as ratified without subsequent amendments. And I'll give y'all some smoke. Dave Jose does make some crazy statements, but Dave Jose gonna show you everything he says. So let's see. Section 2 of Georgia Constitution, origin and structure of government. Where the freak did government come from? Where did they get all these powers? Where did they get the power to have these crazy guns? Where did they get the power to arrest people? Where did they get the power to have immunity for themselves? The people granted it to them, they say. So if the people granted it to them, how do the people not have it? How do you give what you don't have? If you ask me for $1 million and I don't have it, I can't give it to you. What the freak is the deal? Watch this, y'all. Oh, I like Mark Stevens. He's from Mesa, Arizona. He's a cool dude. Watch this. He uses a different method of me, but I like his method. I love it. He tears up Mesa courts and all these. He kicks butt across the nation. He got a lot of testimonies of people who have kicked butt with his process. Text of paragraph 1. And what he does is he continuously challenges authority. Everything they say, he makes them prove it. I do that a lot too. Actually, I learned that from him. Everything they say they do, don't just accept it. Make them prove where they got the authority. I do that every single time. Watch this. Text of paragraph 1, guys. Text of paragraph 1. Origin and foundation of government. Where did government come from? All government of right. Now, guys, that also implies that there could be some government of wrong. They could steal their power. All government of right originates with the people. Is it founded upon the government wills or the government workers' will, y'all? I will say no. Watch this. It's founded upon the people, their will only. Government officials keep trying to tell y'all that it's their will for them to pick this person to do an audit. That didn't work in Arizona. We didn't play that. Some of them didn't like Jovan. They still use Jovan. I know why. You can act like I don't know why. That's fine. But I can show you the notice that says it doesn't matter what you think. We want Jovan and Colonel Waldron, and that's who you're going to use. People can say it didn't happen, but it's funny that exactly what we put in every notice and affidavit is exactly what you see manifesting right now. Kind of funny. But here we go. And is instituted solely for the good of the whole. Public officers are the trustees. Trustees have granted authority and nothing else. So if you can't show me where the authority is granted, you don't have it. And servants of the people and are at all times amenable, meaning accountable, to them. See, people say, well, you can hold them accountable every 4 years. I don't want to hear that. We can hold them accountable whenever. We can hold them accountable whenever. No, it's my responsibility to teach. If people want to accept it, that's their responsibility to accept it or not, to like it or not. But that's my duty. Now, that's what God put me here for. Text of paragraph 2, object of government. Watch this, y'all. Now, I'm showing y'all that you don't have to wait if you don't want Biden in. I'm showing you don't have to beg. Watch this. The people of this state shall have the inherent right of regulating. See, everybody's saying, we got to go get the military to help us. They're not listening to us. They don't like us. They won't do what we say. Even the freaking instructor, Mr. Clemens, got on yesterday and said, the courts are not listening to us. First of all, dude, it's not a court. Okay? They're legislative tribunals. They're not courts. They're administrative, number one. And of course, they're not listening to you and ignoring your evidence. You're right. But did you show what the law was? Dave, why don't you reach out to the NAACP to fight for your right? Because I can do it myself. I don't need the NAACP to help me. We fight on our own. It's no big deal. Watch. The people of this state have the inherent right. The people got the right, not the NAACP, not some bar attorneys. The people have the right of regulating it belongs to them, internal government. Why do we keep bringing up about the military and all these other people when we have the right ourselves to regulate the government? We have the right. So while other people out there begging by statute, I don't beg. I tell them what they're going to do as my servant. And I'm showing y'all where it is. Watch this. Government is instituted for the protection, security, and benefit of the people. They're not benefiting us right now. And at all times, they have the right to alter or reform the same whenever the public good may require it. Show y'all the next one. People say, well, the courts are coming together. The legislature is writing statutes to let an executive branch agency take your rights away. Well, the legislature can never write anything against your rights, so that don't count. They can never write anything against the Constitution. It don't count. But don't believe me. Dave Jose is nothing. He's a dumb idiot. He's just a man. He's freaking fallible. He can't grow hair. He's weak. His muscles don't grow as fast as he wanted to no more. He can't jump as high no more. Dave is nothing. Now watch this. The legislative, judicial, this is at the top, paragraph 3, and executive power shall forever remain separate and distinct. So guys, how are the agencies using the courts to take people's kids, cars, and houses if they can't work together? Boom. Anything that the legislature writes that goes against the fundamental law of the Constitution is void. They can't use it. But don't believe me. David talks out the side of his neck, and they might look at it as and stuff, right? Watch this. A, paragraph V, what acts void? Legislative acts, that means statutes the legislature make, in violation of this Constitution that just said you can't mix the three branches, or the Constitution of the United States, are void, and the judiciary shall declare them so. So sometimes you got to go and remind the judiciary that's in partnership with the executive branch and the legislative branch, hey, I'm giving y'all notice that you're all breaking the law and going outside of the Constitution. Do y'all wish to continue doing this stupid junk, or would you rather go take somebody else's kids and leave these alone? Would you rather leave this person's car alone and do something else? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Tell me. Am I not giving y'all real facts? Am I just saying stuff? As a matter of fact, she said she wants to go. Did you say Nebraska? Did somebody say Nebraska? Y'all let me know, because I want to serve y'all. See, I'll go all around the country and show you how to blow these people's back out with the law. And I'm telling you what your forefathers said and what these people already swore to. The problem is they don't like when I do this. They're like, no, David, don't be going on there teaching them the law. You're breaking the law of only being able to teach law if you're an attorney. Is that a statute, homie? That means you would be trying to prosecute me up under a statutory provision, right? And I got rights outside of the statute, right? Yeah, do you really want to play that game with me, homie? Do you really want to do that in front of all these people who realizing I'm teaching them the real law and we have a guaranteed right to do so? Don't play. Watch this, y'all. You notice why the government, the judges in the Supreme Court case that I just showed y'all a little bit ago said they have a right to pursue their private interests privately is because we're all free. And I showed you on the Constitution where it says arbitrary power and absolute power over free men exists nowhere in a republic, even by the highest majority of a vote. I showed y'all that. Watch this. Let's see some fire. Section 1. All persons are by nature free and independent. You're independent of government and have certain inalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty. So they can't take your life or liberty, your kids, how you're going to do your health and all that stuff. The pursuit of happiness and the right to keep and bear arms for the security or defense of self, home, and others, and for the common defense. Hunting, recreational use, and all other lawful purposes. Whatever the freak you want to do that's lawful, you can have a gun for. But they want to tell us we need a gun license so they can have administrative power over us? Wow. And such rights shall not be denied or infringed by the state. They're bound from it. Didn't I tell you, or any subdivision thereof? To secure these rights and the protection of property, governments are instituted among people. The people put them in place, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. Come on, y'all. They don't freaking really want this. Look at Section 3. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor be denied equal protection of the law. But they'll try to bring you up to court on a Title 42 case that's never been passed and say we're bringing you to get you because you violated the law, and it's really a statute that never been passed. And the legislature got the bar members telling them they could pass statutes that go against the law. They say they could take your kids, your house, your car without a warrant. But watch this. The right of the people, not persons, to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause. Something probably happened, supported by oath or affirmation. That affidavit, oath, or affirmation, somebody swore that they got harmed or something bad happened. And particularly describing the places to be searched and person to be seized. Notice it said person, not people, to be seized. Watch this. Show y'all something else. This is Nebraska that y'all wanted to see. Justice, CPS, traffic court, child support enforcement court, all are private courts, guys. Watch this. Watch this. All courts shall be open. Well, we know those legislative tribunals ain't court, and that's why the freak they're closed. But they're not going to tell you that. And every person for any injury done him or her, it didn't say any government official, his or her lands, goods, person, or reputation shall have remedy by due course of law and justice administered without denial. They cannot deny you, but they won't tell you this, or delay. They can't make you wait long, except that the legislature may provide for the enforcement of mediation, binding arbitration agreements. See, they want to open up door for arbitration so they can get you sideswept into other stuff. But it wasn't for the people. And other forms of dispute resolution which are entered into voluntarily and which are not revocable other than upon such ground as exist in law. Now, people will laugh and say, David, why do you use arbitration clauses in your affidavits? That's so stupid. Because I make them show me the law. And if they can't, they agree to go before arbitration, which means their anus is bound. I ain't playing with these people. They're not smart enough to know how far God has allowed me to trap them in the future. I let them think, oh yeah, we gonna get Dave. We gonna tear his butt up. We gonna get him. I'm like, oh, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. You have no idea. Let's look a little bit deeper. No bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts or making irrevocable grants of special privileges or immunities shall be passed. Guys, they can't make a law against the obligation of contract. If you're obligated to contract with other people in your private associations, they can't interfere with us. That's why we keep winning. That's why we get rid of their jurisdiction by showing them notices and affidavits with their own law, like I'm showing you now, blowing their back out with simple law that the attorneys will not say. And notice, we don't have people coming in here talking about what I'm saying is untrue. Watch this. Let's go deeper. See, Gail talks a lot of junk about me because she don't know what I know. She has no idea, and I won't give it to her, so she's mad. She wants to say it's her own, but she can't get it fast enough. She has sent people to try to join and connect with me to try to get the information, and I don't give it to them fast enough. So she's pissed. It's fine. But watch this. Section 26, powers retained by the people. Do y'all know y'all got powers in the Constitution that you don't even see? That's not written down? This enumeration of rights shall not be construed to impair or deny others retained by the people. And all powers not herein delegated remain with the people. If we didn't delegate you the power, the people still got it. And just because we don't mention certain rights doesn't mean that we don't have them. Right? So that is Nebraska Constitution. Now, somebody let me know if anybody has ever brought you to the Nebraska Constitution or any of your constitutions and showed you all this stuff and broke it down and showed you Supreme Court cases, showed you where some of the most brilliant men who have ever existed in law have said that we have the power to do all these things and that we have immunity from the government, right? People will tell you the government can tell you what to do. This applies in every state. Every state. Oh, I'm sure she deleted her video response because here's what happens. This is how it always works. People will hate on me and talk junk or whatever. And what they don't realize they're doing is they're exposing me to more people. So there's some people on here right now who came on here and are like, oh, David is saying something that Gail doesn't like. So we're going to tell him, right? And then I make a challenge on the video and say, anybody who want to say something, open your mouth and say it. You bad, say it. Come out in the open and tell everybody. And what happens is they can't do it. So then they get over there and they're like, man, we thought this dude was just a dummy, which he is kind of dumb. I am kind of dumb. I'll admit it. This dude is a dummy. And then what happens is, oh, thank you, Mr. Flores. Thank you, Mr. Flores. They get over there and they realize, oh, wait, he's not as dumb as what we thought. He's not as stupid. I'll show y'all some fire in Tennessee. I mean, y'all tell me when y'all get tired of me showing y'all the constitutions. But I'll go state by state and blow the back out of any attorney who tries to say we don't have all the power. Any attorney, anywhere, any judge, any guardian ad litem, any government official, come at any time. I won't practice. And we'll go state by state and blow your back out, and you will not be able to defend what you say. Let me know if y'all getting tired of seeing constitutions yet. Right? I told people, I said, I'm not on a show where I'll give you an hour or 5 minutes or 30 minutes and then say, I'm going to just shut down now. It went too long. We're trying to freaking save the nation. What the freak is too long? Right? Watch this. You got to read the chat, my teacher, so people can see what's up. So you can make sure you answer everybody's questions. Evidence for our questions in Georgia. Explain to me what you mean. I don't know what that is. Shadow Band Warrior. Please help me understand. I was in the response videos why I wanted you not to even address her here. I can tell you why privately it has a lot to do. No, it's not misunderstanding. She does this all the time. So it's not a misunderstanding. This is a continued behavior that she said she was going to do on purpose to try to embarrass me publicly. And Josh Barnett was in a private chat. Sophia Zori was in a private chat and heard her say it. They don't have to admit it. I can stand on my own, but I'm telling you what the freak happened. All right. Text of section 1. That all power is inherent in the people. Why the freak they keep saying we got all the power, y'all? Are founded on their authority, by our authority, not the government officials who work for us as servants. and instituted for their peace, safety, and happiness for the advancement of those ends they have at all times an unalienable and indefeasible right to alter, reform, and abolish government in such manner as they may think proper. Why does it keep saying we could toss them whatever the freak we feel like it? Now, guys, this is one that they try to do to you guys, and especially white America right now. This is what they try to do to you guys to try to hurt you and stop you from seeing the truth. Tell me if I'm lying. Watch this. Yes, that's right, Big Antoine. I love you, bro. Detroit monster right there, Antoine Johnson. Yes, all these institutions have gatekeepers that keep you from knowing what your rights are. That's some good word right there. Watch this, y'all. Tell me if y'all can see the Constitution right here. Oh, I got to share the screen. Hold on. I'm sorry. Watch this. So somebody tell me to hit up Tennessee. We're going to drop that fire on Tennessee. Let me know if y'all enjoying this. Now, I started out talking about what the freak they said wrong because I want to deal with those issues and let y'all see the truth. Sherry, there's no way I'm going to be on a video, trying to teach people what the law says. And the person who's been trying to find people to hate on me for all this time, I'm going to stop to talk to her. I don't care if she sent a message. I don't care if she, sends me a Starbucks coffee. I don't care what she does. She kept starting the drama to get the drama started, and she wants people to think that I'm nothing and attack me. That's fine. Be a boss. Hate on me all you want. I'm going to address it. Then I'm going to show people the law. And I'm going to let the people tell who's giving them the freshest, most powerful information anywhere from their forefathers. I ain't got to compete with anybody else. I'm a nothing and nobody. But when it comes to what the freak I do what I do with all my heart, and I ain't letting nobody go harder than me. I'm going to be up in the middle of the night learning. I'm going to be up all day learning. I'm going to be praying to God, asking for more wisdom. I'm going to freaking go through blood, sweat, and tears. I'm going to deny myself, right? To show y'all how to win. So if y'all enjoying this, we're going to keep going because I love y'all. And notice, I don't give a freak how long it takes. I think my thing runs out in another hour. I think I got 4 hours to do this, right? Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Text of section 1. That all power is inherent in the people, all free governments. We read that already. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Text of section 2. That government being instituted for the common benefit. Now, they try to tell y'all need to stop fighting. Stop standing up against this selection stuff. Just leave it alone. You don't need to look at this. Stop it, right? Stop it. Stop it. Watch this. I'm not moderating now, so I can't see everything. So let's just be cool, y'all. Watch this. The government being instituted for the common benefit, that's their purpose, and the doctrine of non-resistance against arbitrary power and oppression is absurd. If you freaking get told by somebody, don't stand up and deal with the foolishness that the government officials are doing to you and talking, it is absurd, it is slavish, and destructive of the good and happiness of mankind. If you sit your anus there and let people tell you to shut the freak up when you showing the law, when you're showing the truth, when you're standing against wickedness, if you will do that, you gotta be a clown. You gotta be a clown. Your forefather said it's crazy if you think that you should sit there and not speak up. Crazy. 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 Your forefathers wanted you to know the truth, wanted you to know the law, wanted you to be free from this junk they had to go through. And here we are hundreds of years later. You got to have a chocolate brother from the ghetto who didn't even go to law school telling you what the law says. Watch this, y'all. That all courts shall be open. So these private tribunals they're using, they're not courts. So they just make up something else and just use it against you. And every man, for an injury done him and his land's good personal reputation shall have remedy by due course of law, not administrative bull, and right, and justice administered without administered without sale. They shouldn't even be charging you to go get your stuff back. Denial or delay. They should not deny you ever when you stand for your rights. Suits may be brought against the state in such manner and in such courts as the legislature may direct. Guys, who's showing you this? Watch this. Text of section 20, that no retrospective law or law impairing the obligations of contract shall be made. You know how I beat them all the time? By showing that they can't make a law to go against my contract. Can't do it. Not at all. Section 23, they don't want y'all to be able to meet with your family in houses. They don't want you to be able to talk about the law and your common good. They don't want you to be able to tell the legislature what to do. Watch this. Tennessee. That the citizens have a right in a peaceable manner to assemble together for their common good. And I didn't eat this morning yet, y'all, so I'm shaking already. To instruct their representatives. It's your duty to instruct their representatives. People keep telling me, oh, David, why are you giving notices to the government and affidavits? That won't do anything. Clown. Your forefathers said you are to instruct them. What the freak do you think I'm doing? I'm instructing them of what their duties are so they don't run over us. And it's a coincidence in your eyes that we just keep winning it over and over and over again in different states and different places. Come on, man. Come on. Need to stop. Watch this. To instruct their representatives. Who told y'all supposed to be instructing your representatives? Can y'all give me some feedback? Let me know if any attorney told y'all that y'all supposed to be instructing your representatives in everything they do. Can y'all tell me? Yeah, the lawyers are freaking liars. This is why I show everybody everything. The lawyers are freaking liars. They're freaking fake as heck in most cases. We got Bill Bailey, who's on fire. We got Sidney Powell. We got Giuliani. We have Lynn Wood. We have these awesome guys. But a lot of these attorneys are just some clowns that won't stand up for a dang thing. Now watch this. If the legislature should not do what the freak you tell them to do, it says, and to apply to those invested with the powers of government for redress of grievances. If they aggrieve you or harm you, they got to redress and fix it. Or other purposes by address of remonstrance. What attorneys tell you that? Come on, y'all. What attorneys are telling y'all? And I'm hungry. Yes, I'm very hungry. My body is shaking. But you guys come first. This is how serious I am. When I tell y'all there's days I will not eat because I'm spending time trying to build y'all up. Show y'all the truth that they don't want y'all to see. Show y'all the law, right? I have to do it. So if it hurts me, the General Assembly shall make no law recognizing the right of property in man. It's funny that man and people are the God or creator of government. And it's crazy because these people will not tell you your rights. These people will not show you. Look, I'm showing y'all off the top of my head and stuff that your forefathers left to you and what God said. I'm showing you how to have remedy in states all over the country. As y'all tell me, hey, pick Ohio, pick Nebraska, pick this, pick that, right? So y'all come first. Screw my food and drink. Y'all come first. Because I'll tell you, many of you guys are suffering and hurting and trying to get something fixed today. And your heart won't let you rest until you learn. And God gave me the ability to learn. Therefore, it is my duty to teach. And if I don't teach, I would be a sucker, right? I got to teach. I got to let y'all see. Watch this. And y'all let me know if y'all learning. Please give me some feedback, because if it ever gets to the point where is boring and I'm not teaching y'all stuff that's helping y'all, please let me know, because this is for you guys, you know? So let's look, y'all. Watch this. Inalienable rights, text of section 1. All men are by nature, free and independent. You're independent of government. You put them there to serve you and handle your business, not to attack you and give you tickets all day. And certain inalienable rights. Among these are enjoying and defending life, liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property. That means you can actually protect your stuff and you might need some pow-pows or something to do it. And seeking and attaining happiness and safety. Now look at number 2. Number 2, they drop so much fire on y'all. Excuse me. So much fire in Ohio. All political power is inherent in the people. Why does it keep saying this, y'all? Why does it keep saying y'all got all the power? But let's see more. Government is instituted for their equal protection and benefit and have the right. They have the right. Y'all got a right to do this. Alter, reform, or abolish the same whenever. You don't like how Biden is doing stuff, you can abolish it right now. Whenever they may deem it necessary, and no special privilege or immunity shall ever be granted that may not be altered, revoked, or repealed by the General Assembly. Section 3. The people have a right to assemble together in a peaceable manner to consult for the common good. They can assault on the stuff of the law, the things that deal with their common good. That's how they wrote the Constitution. But this attorneys say, you can't talk about the law. Y'all don't come together and talk about this. We own this and we can prosecute you if you don't. What, with a statute that is for y'all, not for us? Oh, good. Nice try, homie. And to petition the General Assembly for redress of grievance. Why ain't they telling y'all that? Why ain't they telling y'all? Right? So the thing is, guys, in states all over the country, we got powers that they're not telling us about. We got an ability to stand that we haven't heard. And people will try to play silly and act like we don't have these rights or make a joke. That sounds like sovereign citizen stuff. Really? Really? Just and 7 is the one who collects the payments for the private entities. And if you're concerned or you think it's not safe, just don't ever do it. It's that easy for everybody. I'm not begging people to learn from me. I'm a nothing, I'm a nobody. If you want to learn and you want to try, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't beg for opportunities to teach people. I don't plead with people. I don't care how much money somebody has. If you think that something might be shady or is not right, don't ever do it. It's that simple. So I'm letting everybody know this is that's what we have. We have a class, and if people want to be part of the class, they can. And if people don't want to be part of the class, or you're afraid, or you think that we're somebody dirty or shady, or if you realize that I really don't teach the law and I'm a scam and I'm a joke and all that stuff, just don't send anything. Don't work with us. It's all good. It's fine. So let's keep going. The right of the people to be secure. So the people have the right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and possessions against unreasonable searches and seizures, and shall not be violated. And no warrant shall issue but by probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, which they're never doing. And it continues to tell you the rest of what you need. Redress for injury, due process. Now, why do we need an administrative process when we already have this due process? Watch this. It's different from the administrative one we read about. Watch this. All courts shall be open. So if it's a court, it got to be open. It can't be a private court. And every person for an injury done him in his land, goods, or person, or reputation, shall have remedy by due course of law. And that's some administrative bull that never passed. And shall have justice administered without denial or delay. Suits may be brought against the state in such courts and in such manner as may be provided by law. No power to suspend laws, number 18, shall ever be exercised except by the General Assembly. So if they changed election statutes and laws, they broke the law. All right, let's see. Power reserved for the people. Excuse me. Just because, um, sorry, crack my neck. Ah, wow. Just because people tell you that you don't see the right in the Constitution doesn't mean you don't have it. Let's prove it. This enumeration of rights shall not be construed to impair or deny others retained by the people, and all powers not herein delegated remain with the people. People say you don't have the right to tell what healthcare you're going to have and this and that. No federal, state, or local law or rule shall compel directly or indirectly any person, employer, or healthcare provider to participate in a healthcare system. No federal, state, local law shall prohibit the purchase or sale of health care or health insurance, and so on and so forth. So people want to tell you they got the power to tell you what to do. And guys, these people don't. They're making up stuff. They've been tricking people for a long time, and they get mad because I come out and show exactly what the constitutions say. Let me see. Yeah, see, that's the thing is that anybody can read and see what we say, and we can come to the conclusion they've been lying to us, right? So let's do this. I'm going to stop talking about the Constitution right now. Let's just do some real deal stuff. Let me have a show of hands of everybody who's watching. I want you to tell me if you can clearly see. If you can clearly see, oops, sorry. If you can clearly see that what I'm telling you can be found in the law. That's Gail again, y'all. So I will tell y'all, Gail is trying to message me. I don't have time for her right now because she's tried to start her fights and she got it. So if that's how you live your life, you're going to keep fighting people, you can have whatever you're going to get on the other end. And the people are seeing the real truth about who's really teaching the law, who's not. And it's not that hard to see. And the people aren't so silly or stupid that they're not going to notice that you're playing a game with them. So you want to play games? Play games. I'm not playing it. So for anybody watching, please let me know if your mind has changed a little bit after watching this video. Let me know if you've been thoroughly fed, if you had a good breakfast this morning of law and knowledge and wisdom. Let me know if I showed you anything that I can't prove was there. Let me know if I lied to you. Dave, can you just bring up the Massachusetts Constitution? Okay. Man, I'm a sucker for love. All right. Which one was it? Massachusetts? Somebody said they've been asking for hours, so I'm going to do the dang thing and go to Massachusetts Constitution so we can look through it. We not gonna go halfway. We gonna stand up and do it. We ain't leaving people hanging. Listen to the words that I'm slanging. People try to give you half a carrot and leave your mind dangling. People talking about bringing the law, but they really covering it up, strangling, stopping you from getting to the truth. It's messed up, but Dave gonna come through and raise the whole roof. That's right. We gonna keep it real. I'm gonna drop so much law knowledge on you, you could freaking pay bills. Dropping law skills. Keeping stuff real. Text of the preamble. Looking through it quick. All right, guys, let me check and see. Buffering? Are we buffering? No, we're not. We good. All right. Let me stop playing and rapping, and we're going to hit this real quick. To the preamble, to the end of the institution, maintenance, and administration of government is to secure the existence of the body politic, to protect it, and to furnish the individuals who compose it with power of enjoying it in safety and tranquility, their natural rights. That's what it's all about. And the blessings of life. And whenever these great objects are not obtained, the people have a right to alter the government and to take measures necessary for their safety, prosperity, and happiness. The body politic is formed by a voluntary association of individuals, like I make private associations the same way. It is a social compact by which the whole people covenants with each citizen, and each citizen with the whole people, that all shall be governed by certain laws for the common good. That's the common law. It is the duty of the people, therefore, we frame the constitution of government to provide for an equitable mode of making laws, as well for an impartial interpretation, right? And faithful execution of them, that every man may at all times find his security in them. Now, Declaration of Rights, this part. Section 1 of Part the First. All people are born free and equal and have certain natural, essential, and unalienable rights. Among these may be reckoned the right of enjoying, defending lives, and liberties, that of acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, in fine, that of seeking and obtaining their safety and happiness. Right? Article 2. It is the right as well as the duty of all men in society publicly, and as stated, ceases to worship the supreme being. They're talking about worshiping God. But they weren't men who believed in God, as they try to tell y'all. Text section 3. More talking about religion and how that is the only way they can function. The people of this commonwealth have the sole and exclusive right of governing themselves, independent and free. Govern your freaking self as a free, sovereign, and independent state, and do and forever hereafter shall exercise and enjoy every power, jurisdiction, and right, which is not or may not hereafter be by them expressly delegated to the United States of America and Congress assembled. Guys, Title 42 never passed, and they use it to take your kids. But it says we shall enjoy every power and jurisdiction, and it tells you that the people are free and independent, and we are a free and independent and sovereign state. The Fed doesn't get to make statutes to come attack you. Let's keep going. Watch this. All power residing originally in the people and being derived from them, the several magistrates and officers of government vested with authority, whether legislative, executive, or judicial, are their substitutes and agents, and are at all times accountable to them. The government officials are your servants, your agents, your trustees, your indentured servants. They have no power or right to tell you that they are going to control your life. It doesn't exist. And they are at all times accountable to you. You can remove them at will. How many times do we have to see it in every state? Watch this. Text of Article 7. Government is instituted for the common good, for the protection, safety, prosperity, and happiness of the people, and not for the profit. See, the government officials are making money on these CPS cases. They're making money in private tribunals, administrative hearings, not for the profit, honor, or private interests of any one man, family, or class of men. Aren't government officials a class of men? Come on, y'all. Therefore, the people alone have an incontestable, you can't go against it, unalienable and indefeasible right to institute government. We put the government in, and to reform, alter, and totally change the same when their protection, safety, prosperity, and happiness require it. If you're not happy about what Biden is doing, if you're not happy about what these state government officials are doing, you can remove them at freaking will. Somebody tell me if I'm lying or telling y'all the truth. Somebody tell me if I'm not showing you every freaking thing I say. Somebody show me where I ever said you got to be a sovereign citizen, or you got to do this or do that. Can somebody show me? Can somebody show me? Come on, y'all. I'm showing y'all the real truth. I'm showing y'all the stuff that most people will never, ever, ever see. Most people will never, ever, ever tell you this. Most people will let you go into court, see you lose your kids, your house, your cars, everything. And they won't even tell you. They'll let you pay a court fee. Text of Section 11, every subject of the Commonwealth ought to find a certain remedy by having recourse to the laws for all injuries or wrongs which he may receive in his person, property, or character. He ought to obtain that right and justice freely, no money, and without being obligated to purchase it. No, freely mean all the way openly, without being obligated to purchase it. You don't have to buy it. Completely and without any denial. You can't deny him. Promptly, right now, and without delay. Conformable to the laws. There is no law that blocks our rights. The laws they're talking about is the common law in the Constitution. So that's my last one I'm going to do right now, guys. And I want to ask, is there anybody in the whole chat that can say that anybody else has shown them this? Can anybody say they've learned this from state to state and been able to see that the people have these powers, the people have these rights that attorneys have been hiding from us? I've done a lot of affidavits telling and shows telling how to deal with this and with affidavits. So if you go back and look at my affidavit videos, you'll see. See, life is good. You say that nobody has ever showed you this. You never heard it. So a lot of people will make jokes about me, guys. They're like, oh, that sovereign citizen stuff, nobody will listen. Yeah, nobody listen because nobody knows it's true, right? The government officials have not told you this. The attorneys get paid money every day and never showed you this. Because if they really showed you this, they wouldn't be able to make money like that no more, because you know you could stand on your own rights, so you wouldn't need them. So they don't want to tell you because it doesn't pay to tell you. So yeah, I've heard of Carmel. He's a bad mama jamma from Michigan. I think he's dead now. He got that little hat with the pow on there, and he talks real fast. Super cool dude. Yes, actually, Daniel Richard is teaching some of the same information. I just talked to Daniel Miller. Me and Josh talked to him. We talked hours one day, I think, and we were just on shows together. We don't represent ourselves. We present ourselves. You can't represent yourself. You are yourself. And so the thing is, though, guys, we've done certain things and done affidavits, and for some strange reason, we do affidavits and notices in different places. We go against the mask mandate a couple of weeks later in Minnesota. It dropped through Neil Johnson and his team, Roddy Mom, Tracy S., and Steve. They did the notices. 2 weeks later, gone. Sophia Zori and her team did it in Arizona. A couple of days later, gone. We did affidavits telling the legislature to come back and hear the issues that were going on with the Frizzard. They came back when nobody else could get them come back. Everybody was saying they won't come back to work. They won't listen to us. I said, I'll give them 12 hours to get back to work. We put it on Twitter. You have 12 hours to fix this, or the people are going to fix it. Within 12 hours, they had people there. But that's just a happenstance. David Jose had nothing to do with it. Josh Barnett had nothing to do with it, I guess. So then Josh Barnett gave notice and affidavits to Chutry, the only guy who voted for an audit from the Board of Supervisors. But I guess that wasn't us either, and I guess it was just another happenstance. Then we told exactly what type of slot we would have with all the machines, ballets, associated software programs and all that stuff, and that's exactly what we got. But I'm sure it wasn't us, right? We gave a notice that says that, but I'm sure it had nothing to do with that. Then people said, well, look, we don't know if we like, I'm not minding, somebody else is, I don't know if we like Jovan, right? And Josh and I did notice that said, we don't give a darn who you want to do this. We, the people, are going to deal with it. And we choose Jovan and Colonel Waldron, and it's not your choice. It's not your government. And the next thing you know, we got exactly who we asked for. Now, Guess it's another happenstance. I guess it was somebody else's phone calls and all this stuff. I don't know. But I'm doing exactly what the law says with affidavits and notices. I'm notifying the government with stuff they can't get rid of, and I'm telling everybody else to focus in their attention. And what's happening is that focus on those individual entities and states and government workers floods them with the real law. And they know for the first time in history, they got lied to about the law, and everybody at the same time are going after them. What ends up happening is that they start responding. But people will say, well, I don't think David Jose had anything to do with that. Were you there when we were doing the affidavits? Were you complaining about how bad it was and how they stole it from us? What do we do? The world is over. People were crying in hysteria. We came with real solutions. People did it and we got everything we desired. So how many times do you put people on notice, tell it's going to happen beforehand, tell how you're doing it, what you're doing, and it keeps happening over and over and over again, and people going to finally say, well, maybe it's because he might know a little bit. I'm nothing special, but God is teaching us the truth and allowing us to be able to stand. And we're standing in the written law that we can see everywhere. And I'm going place to place and showing y'all. And notice the guy asked for the freaking link. He ain't on here. I've been waiting. I've been on here for 3 hours and 50 seconds. He didn't come. Somebody said he wanted to come. I can't say it was him because it's hearsay. But I don't really think he really wanted to come like that. Oh, no, I can't be a governor. I'm sorry. I don't ever want to run for office at all, period. I'd rather teach the people how to be the law and keep them in check. I don't want to be a government official at all, period. We are too powerful as the people to be government officials. I don't want to downgrade my authority, right? No, I'm telling y'all, I appreciate you guys. No, I can't be president, Dave. I could be the president of my own entity, though. Right? I want to tell you guys that I love the heck out of y'all and I appreciate y'all. And yes, a lot of people don't want this exposed. It costs the attorneys a lot of money to have the people realize they're full of it and they're fake. And they're not telling y'all the truth. And like I said, there is no attorney in the country. There's probably some attorneys watching right now and learning so they can say a little bit and act like they know and kind of half fight me, half agree with me. But there's not an attorney in the freaking nation that's going to come on here with some smoke and say that I'm lying and prove it. Y'all tell me if y'all think is going to happen. Do you freaking think any attorney is going to come on with that type of fire that I'm showing y'all and say some junk? He would be utterly stupid. Now, we might have some stupid attorneys, but if you're that dumb to come on in the middle of some stuff like this and get caught up in the middle, I don't give out emails. We can do Telegram. I'm at Dave Cares for You on Telegram. Detroit. Is not about you. 7. Stop being something. What? Stop trying to be a star? Who stopped trying to be a star? Bob Williams. Are you talking to me? And Bob Williams, I already tell everybody, if you're talking about me, I'm a nothing. So I don't know. You might be talking about High C7. I don't know. But I'm not a star, definitely. I'm just a small fry with ashy elbows, right? The martial arts elbows, right? The martial arts fist, right? That's all I am. I get on the ground and I do my push-ups or whatever. Nothing special. Ashy elbows, can't grow hair. Flintstones, right? But I don't know High C7. I know a lot of people were talking junk and they had to get dealt with or whatever. So it could be a possibility that they could have thought you were part of the team. Like I know I saw Mark, my uncle. He even got blocked, but he likes to curse like a sailor. So I ain't surprised somebody got him. So if they don't know he's with me, then they'll think like, oh, this dude is tripping. But Allie Way, so I did see you say some things before. Allie, do you think, now that you got to see me teach and you've heard what other people have to say, Allie, can I ask you, have I showed anything that was wrong or anything that goes against what your brilliant and lovely forefathers have said? Or have I said anything that fire beard? Woo, I got to get a trim up. Has anybody, have I said anything that goes against what your forefathers said? Have I said I am a nobody, Dusty Fuller? I am. I'm nothing. Without God, I am nothing. Me by myself, I'm trash. Um, don't mute us, then gaslight and attack us. Well, I'm not pushing the mute button. I don't gaslight. I don't know what that is. That's one of those like soft terms that people use today, like when they say everybody's racist and all that stuff, or it don't have no meaning no more. So I didn't gaslight anybody, but what about we just don't gas on my page and just take your card and just go play on somebody else's page? I don't gaslight. I don't do that old soft psychological passive aggressive game stuff. I'll say what the freak I say in front of everybody, and I'll dare anybody to challenge it. Well, I can't say a moderator gaslighted anybody. I don't even use that term. But Ali, so have I said anything though in your presence? Because I think you know, Gail. Have I said anything in your presence that was a lie or sound like sovereign citizen stuff? Or wait, I guess I could be called that if your forefathers are sovereign citizens, then I guess you could call me that because I used everything they said and supported it. But is there anybody in the whole place that can disagree with what I said? Can anybody show me where anything I said went against what the law plainly said? Thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am. Right? So, guys, you are really good people. Good stuff. I like that. But anyway, guys, I love the heck out of y'all. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Thank you for staying on my long, boring video. But this is a time for the people to learn and gain knowledge and wisdom. I ask you guys to share this anywhere. Any attorney, any judge, anybody who wants to say that these things aren't true, tell them to come on and we'll deal with it any day of the week. I won't even prepare. All right. Any day of the week. So the thing is, guys, we got to stop letting these people intimidate us or tell us that we can't do stuff. We are more than conquerors through Christ Jesus if we're in Christ Jesus. We are able to subdue nations and kingdoms if we follow what God tells us to do. And one thing that we never, ever, ever want to do, we never want to be intimidated by those who act like they have more power or knowledge than we have. Thank you so much, Christy Lynette. All right, so guys, Bill Bailey is that man. He's the bomb. I love Bill. So guys, maybe I'll go get me some food now. Some chocolate covered watermelon with pork chops and great drink. I'm gonna go get me some Kool-Aid. Look, I'm gonna have all y'all drinking Kool-Aid out of a jar. I'm gonna have all y'all acting ghetto. Y'all gonna come home. Y'all spouse gonna be looking at y'all like crazy. They gonna be like, man, they gonna be in the country in West Virginia like Belinda Ray. Baby, what's going on here that you over here playing this old rap stuff and playing these rap beats and walking around with some soul food and whatever? Man, we've been listening to Dave, man. This dude, this dude got us tripping, right? That junk is funny as heck. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Oh, the spaghetti jars. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what it's like in the hood, black or white. Y'all know what it's like when you used to drink out of the dang pickle jar or Kool-Aid jar. Y'all save it like it's this big extra size cup, right? Y'all know what it's like. That junk is funny. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I will catch y'all later. Karen T or C, I need you to send me your information. You said something about a hat. I got to send it to you. Yeah, no more of this administrative corporate bull. We need to know the difference and understand they're bringing us through a whole process that got nothing to do with law and just tricked us. And we can deal with the tricks and lay it out and come after them. We ain't got time to play. Dave, are you Anne Von Wright's type sovereignty? I don't study Anne Von Wright stuff. I'm just one of the people. And one of the people have all political power. So I got all the political power. I'm good. I don't call myself sovereign. I don't call myself all these crazy names. I don't try to make a label for myself. I just say I'm one of the people. What's up? Did you not swear you gonna take care of this for the people? Yes or no? Right? Are you for the people or are you not for the people, government official? Oh, okay. You swore to this already, right? To the people, right? Oh, okay. So I'm one of those. Wait, let me show you where in the Bill of Rights you swore to it. Article 2, Section 2, right there. The one where it said, we the people have all political power and your whole purpose is to protect and maintain our individual rights, not with somebody else, individual rights. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm one of those, right? So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on. This is my Telegram. Dave cares for you. And if you want to jump on, you can get with me. If you come on and the first thing you say is, David, I want legal advice, I'm going to tell you no. I don't give legal advice. I'm not an attorney. If you come on and you say, David, give me some advice, I'm going to say, stop talking to me like an agent. If you come on and you say, you better tell me what I want to know right now, or you're not real and everything I thought about you was true. If everything you thought about me is negative already, don't talk to me. That's simple, right? I don't want the conversation, not even if you're paying. I don't take money for that anyway. But even if I was and you had $1 million, I don't want to talk, right? So anybody who wants to really fight and stand for the truth and really take stuff to the next level and really go hard and stand on the rights that your forefathers left in your state constitutions, then I'm the man for that. I'm down for you. I love y'all. 3 hours and 10 minutes and 20 seconds. We've been here dropping fire. We will continue to drop fire if the Lord should let us live, and we gonna have fun. And that's right, we are Bill Bailey. Bill Bailey is my cousin, right? And for Gail, you brought all this smoke. You wanted to attack Gail, but Gail, you think my stuff don't work. Go teach the people how what I'm saying is fake or wrong. Mr. Professor, please show your curriculum to everybody and show that you're teaching what I'm teaching in your college. If what I'm saying is sovereign citizen stuff, then prove it. If what I'm saying is truth, then show that you're also teaching the truth on the same level as me in your courses. And if you can't, I can't really respect you like that. So it is what it is. I love y'all. Y'all be cool. Stay out of trouble. You guys are the bomb. You are fire. I'm sure you guys are going to shake the nation. Take a look at Candace Taylor from Georgia. She's dropping some fire. We are going to, if the Lord wills, have another notice that me and her are going to work on by the end of the week. And I promise you, when you see that smoke that's in that notice, the government officials are going to learn real quick they better stop playing by righteous things. No aggressiveness, no fight, just the law, right? So I'm going to pray and we're going to get the freak out of here. All right? Let's go. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for your love, blessings, and mercy. We thank you for the courageous people who came out to learn the truth. We thank you, Father, for giving us the ability to have technology to talk to each other, Father, worldwide, Father, at the same time, uncovering lies, uncovering deceit, unwrapping the trickery that has bound us for 70, 80, 90 years. And Father, we come to you because you are amazing and perfect and holy. And Father, we thank you, Father, for even my pain, Father, for my struggle, for the fight that I had to go through, Father, because we know that in me not seeing the little guys, Father, you push me to continue to go forward and look at other matters of law, which I would not have looked at if I had the little guys. So, Father, we thank you for carrying out things in your purpose and in your perfect timing. Father, I know that you are going to deliver them back quickly, and we know. And Father, we understand that you can do all things and you have all power, and we know that you are showing us the same things that were shown in Isaiah 49, where you raise somebody up, Father, to be a threshing tool and to go after those who are perverting the law and making people captive by laws. And Father, you used that person, Father, to stand up, and you gave them more children, Father, and you brought back the children that were stolen. In Isaiah 49:25, King James Version. And Father, we just ask that you help the people to be able to go, pursue, and see that truth. See the beauty in the things that you are allowing me to suffer through now, Father. And let them see, Father, that I am thankful for the hard times and the good times, all the blessings, all the preservation, Father, all the love, all the people that you have allowed me to affect, Father. We are thankful for the hard times, Father, because without it and without you holding me to the fire, I would not be able to understand these things or see these things, Father. This is not my knowledge, but you have allowed me to use it. You have allowed us to be able to pursue and find what our forefathers have left before us based on your word and the common law. And Father, we thank you so much for it. You are perfect in your majesty, perfect in your knowledge, perfect in your wisdom, Father, and perfect and not letting us take the easy way out. Father, you are amazing and good at raising up people to do your work, raising up nothing and nobody's, Father, and allowing them to conquer and do the things that are unimaginable. That is you. And we thank you so much for being you and not letting us be cowards and not letting us be weak, but pressing on us, Father, to mold and build out of the clay whatever it is that you desire to build. Father, you know that I belong to you and we are belonging to you. And Father, we know that you have the ability to let us go through whatever to get us wherever you see fit. You are the one who is making the pot, Father, and we trust you with everything you do. And Father, we look forward to the wins that you are going to bring to us. We look forward to the good news we will hear even today. We look forward to the good news that we will hear in the coming days, where we can praise and thank you for your amazing love and care. And Father, we just ask that you bless everyone under the sound of my voice. We ask that you shake the nation even more, Father. Quake it and let these wicked people who are doing wrong know that they are but men. Father, take every single man and woman who listened to this show today and learned something in the law and help them, Father, to be able to provide that same knowledge to others. Let this word grow exponentially, Father. Let it be powerful. Let people look at my suffering, Father. Look at my pain and where you have taken me and realize that you are a good and amazing God that can do anything. Let them know, Father, that it is not me in me to be great, but it is you. And because of you, Father, I am able to do what I am able to do. And because of you, Father, they can do whatever it is that you have for them to do. So let them know their value. Let them know their worth, Father, and show them that their pain is not for just nothing, but that their pain is to build them up and make them strong and help them to see your goodness and follow you and dwell forever with you in heaven. And Father, we trust in you and we know that you already have these things taken care of. So we praise you already. We love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I wish you guys well. I love you guys. And I pray that you guys have been fed and you guys are feeling good today. You guys are the bomb. I love y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. 3 hours and 16 minutes. Peace.